chelas, chingando tacos, having some fun. Chicano shuffle, all kinds of masa. Fernie's all nervous, give him a beer.
Or two.
Chicano shuffle, Esteve's an asshole, just lost some fans. Oh well, tough shit.
Tough shit.
Chicano shuffle, Ramon's el guapo.
Chicano shuffle.
Acana masa.
Blando pendejadas. Replacing Ramon. Well, you guys said the
What's up, Noelia?
Hi.
So we got the privilege to have the better looking ballesteros today.
Ay.
What happened to? Is he saving the homeless in Seattle or what?
Yeah, pues no sé, güey. Ahorita anda seguramente ponerse su... What is that shit that he wears on his hair?
I worry about that guy. I worry about him. He's gentrifying South Central and he's getting into a lot of shit down there. I worry about him, dude. I told him last week, wait, just cash out on that fucking house. Get the fuck out of that neighborhood and fucking enjoy your life, bro. Like, stop gentrifying South Central. Get out of there.
What do you mean?
He's got the nicest house on the fucking block.
Oh, sí.
That's gentrification. So I told him, dude, stop gentrifying South Central. Get the fuck out of that neighborhood. Nah,
Yeah.
he's like, no, they're going to open up a green line. He can, he's already looking at the fucking dollar bills.
Property values, güey.
But last week he sent us, nos sent un video. Did you see the video of the Salvadoreño chewing them out?
Yeah. I was like, why didn't you go out there and throw him a bucket of water? Nah.
Right. So I worry
You
about...
saw it?
Yeah, no,
Oh, she
he
was
sent it to me.
hilarious.
He sent it to me. Ya casi lo subí al TikTok, pero dije, no.
No, güey. No,
TikTok.
Al TikTok.
le borras la cara nomás.
Le pongo un pinche, one of those mad emojis, the red ones.
Te gusta little lágrima, güey.
I worry about your brother, man.
Yeah, well, you know. I mean, everybody does. Pero no está bien, el güey está bien.
So you were there's a few people, I guess. There was who's gonna replace him this week, and your name came up a few times. So
Oh, shit.
you got a bunch of fans out there.
Oh, sí?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Un pretendiente por ahí, maybe.
Ay, ¿tiene terrenos?
She was. So I just learned this. So the space between your balls and your asshole is called a terreno. This is news to me. I don't know
No,
that.
güey, yo te dije, yo quiero un tío con terreno. You're like,
Por
oh,
eso
is that
te
what
digo-
this is?
Well, I put two and two together and it makes sense. The terrenos between the balls and the fucking asshole. But you're talking about actual land.
Yes, propiedades,
okay.
güey, terrenos, acres, you know. Para...
She's looking for a sugar daddy.
No, güey. No, wait, do you know the shit you have to do with sugar daddies?
No, I don't. Tell me.
Well, I'm sure it's explicit, you know.
Fuck it, that's like, you don't know. You got friends probably that deal with that shit, no?
No, I've known people
Yeah?
with...
¿Y qué dicen?
Pues, o sea, no es la buena vida. Es un sacrificio, pero pues... You know.
And they gotta earn those fucking chicken tenders.
Los de Chick-fil-A, ¿eh? No, no los de 7-Eleven,
No
¿eh?
cualquier chingadera.
No cualquier chingadera. They want
So
the
there's chicken tender 7-Eleven chicks, and then there's Chick-fil-A chicken
Yeah,
tenders.
yeah.
Ay, güey.
I like your style.
You know, I mean, I don't have any sugar daddy. I say, no estoy interesada, güey, ahorita no.
You know what I think it's awesome? That females are making a shit ton of money on OnlyFans.
That's, you know, I mean...
That's not convinced, güey.
I'm not
you're
convinced. No.
I think it's fucking awesome.
No, it is awesome. More power to anybody who has it, pero
Yeah.
a mí no me interesa, güey.
But people fucking show their feet. They're making a shit ton of money.
That's true.
Yeah,
You
I
know
mean,
what would happen
people,
if I show my feet? With?
The screen of crack or
I'll
what?
get donations to fucking get it
to
fucking
shut it
fixed.
down.
To get that black hongo nail that I have.
People are going to be set up GoFundMe.
They're just like, hey, paint all your toenails black. It's like a match. Just.
They're gonna think my feet are fucking emo and shit, way.
I'm going to start a GoFundMe for that operation, güey.
Sí, me pongo triste, way. Not lie, way. When I get home from work and I take off my fucking
Hello,
socks.
darkness, my old friend.
Ay, mis pobres pinches pies. ¿Cómo los saca arriba?
How did we get here?
How did we go from terrenos to toes?
I feel guilty because I'm like, where did I go wrong with my feet, way? I don't know where I went sideways at.
No, it's like just take care of your feet. Like,
How?
You know.
How?
No, I'm saying I don't know about your toenails, dude, but date una sobadita en tus pies.
But I don't mean to be sexist, but like I have a female now in front of me, so I want tips. How do I clean my fucking feet?
We'll get. Well, fuck, Dick. I don't know. You know what I have?
Okay, so no OnlyFans for you
No
guys.
OnlyFans.
Not only fans. No, OnlyFans for me. No.
Only Ramon.
No sugar daddies tampoco ahorita. Ahorita.
I bet they deal with a lot of shit though with those older guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
sí, güey. Sí. I mean, cada quien, como dices tú, let them be happy, but I'm still going to talk shit.
But are these females like happy, like even if they're taken care of, or do they part of them feel like, fuck, I'm doing this for money? Is it something like that, or?
I don't know. Let's ask them.
I thought you said you have friends.
I did, pero pues, no, ahorita ya no, ya they all settled down. But like when I was younger, in my 20s, in my early 20s.
Ya se encontraron a los güeyes que tenían terreno
Sí
ya.
conocía a personas que tenían sugar daddies. Y pues, they would just talk shit. I'm like, damn, girl, like.
You know the app Clubhouse? Have you heard of it?
No.
I got on Clubhouse a little bit, but
What's Clubhouse?
it's like
Es que es chico moderno, güey.
He's
Yeah.
it's like a party line.
Clubhouse,
Oh, okay.
TikTok.
Pero una vez me metí en un pinche room, and there was a couple of I don't know, I want to say high profile females, I guess, I don't know, some powerful fucking women. They were selling courses on Clubhouse, teaching women how to get sugar daddies, how to take the money from them, how to fucking sneaky ways of she had a whole course. She was selling it.
That your friends needed back in the day.
Yeah,
bro.
like she was like,
Shit, I need
hit
that.
me up on my DMs for a fucking free fucking 2 lessons or some shit.
How to string them along and shit.
She had like 500 women in this fucking room teaching them how to take money from dudes, way. I mean, hey, fuck it, more power to them, but...
Pues si los viejos se dejan, you know?
Como dicen los ballesteros, no tranzas, no avanzas.
Yo no dije eso. That's Ramon. You know, the shit that he said does not represent all the ballesteros. No, maybe some of them, but not.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it maybe made it a little bit safer for women that feel like that. Like they want to use their body for profit, I guess.
It's always been okay.
But like I feel like it's different though, because now it's like it's a bigger audience. There's a
It's
platform.
more openly accepted.
Yeah.
More like female empowerment. I don't know. I have my ideas and my beliefs on that, but I'm like, hey, dude, that ain't my shit. My name's Pa. That's between y'all.
But it's not like women taking charge of their bodies. Like there's women that criticize that. Like obviously not all women think the same, right? Like not all women think that you should be doing that, but there's some women that see it as like you're empowered because you're using guys basically, right?
Yeah.
And so what camp do you fall under?
Shit. But si se deja,
Yeah.
you know, like people are gonna treat you the way you let them.
Yeah.
So if a dude's allowing females to use him for money, and that's gonna help his ego, hey, by all means, you know.
I mean, I feel like most those guys, I don't know for sure, güey, pero like they know what they're getting into. No?
Yeah.
It's not like a surprise. Oh shit, me está usando for.
No, they know what they're getting. I think they know what
Most,
they're getting.
no, none.
Yeah.
There's dudes que obviamente we've all heard stories, güey, que
They get catfish.
they're getting strung along, pues, y
Well, you know.
se los chingan. But I'm saying for the most part, I feel like the dudes know what the deal is, no?
The problem is that there's a lot of obsessive fucking guys out there, and they start. There's something that I don't feel comfortable with is having everybody's information on the internet. Like a simple Google search, you have somebody's address, you have somebody's fucking.
Dude, yeah. The last place you lived, your family members.
So like, does OnlyFans? I wonder if they have like things implemented that can protect people, because I've heard a lot of horror stories about women that are on OnlyFans.
I mean, there's protective things, pero siempre un pinche tóxica is gonna find a way to find that information.
Yeah.
Fucking stalkers and shit.
Well, it's because también it's the year fucking 2021 and people still don't understand, way. Whatever you put on the internet, way, private or not, way, like it's their way. Like you're never getting rid of it, way.
Nope.
I mean, the new iOS way. I'm a little conflicted with that update that they're gonna have on the new iOS.
The child sex thing.
It's not just for the child. That's how it starts, though. Where
What's
But that's what you're talking about. No, that update.
That one, yeah. But
that scans your pictures.
It's gonna scan. It's gonna be able to scan all your pictures that you take, and it's looking for child pornography.
Oh.
But my whole thing is
iPhone,
like
yes.
it starts off with a cause, of course, but when does that end? Like you're giving them access to do that.
Well,
What if somebody airdrops me a fucking picture just to be a dick? Like, and then I'm in. The other day, you guys know how there's like gifts. Like when you're sending somebody a text, there's like gifts that you can send.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was looking for something and there was a gif of this little girl dancing. She was on diapers. She didn't have a top.
Oh.
So I was telling my girl, like, look at this shit. Like, am I gonna get fucking busted if this somehow gets sent? Like, I don't know, man. I think it's kind of sketchy, bro. I'm not a big fan of that.
Well, what I heard someone saying, way, it kind of makes more sense. Like in the real world way, is one side that implemented, pues kind of like you're saying, way. Said that I guess in this case that slippery slope argument kind of works because they're saying, okay, in the U.S., pues they might only scan for that, but on these other countries that are more repressive, pues they might tell them, hey, bro, I know you can do this, so if you want to sell your shit here, I need you to also scan for this. ¿Me entiendes? Si quieres vender tu pinche iPhone aquí in my little país, this is what I need you to do with that software with.
Well, that's what China's doing right now.
That's what I'm saying. Shit like that.
Did you see the whole John Cena thing where he apologized for saying that Taiwan was a country?
Oh, well, they're always apologizing for China shit. No, like también what's the other one? ¿Cómo se llama? The little temple, the fucking monks.
Buddhist?
The Buddhist, pero the little city, no? What is it? It's on middle
Bangkok?
country. Fuck, no me acuerdo.
Like Tibet? You talking
Tibet,
about?
andale.
Oh, okay.
Like when they get all pissed way and when they talk.
Yeah, that's why.
And they're apologizing and shit.
But like China's controlling like industries, bro. Like they're saying,
for sure, way.
like the Fast and the Furious. Did you hear about this?
No, I don't.
Do you know John Cena, right?
Yeah.
He was
I'm like, yeah, I know who he is.
he was promoting the Fast and the Furious, and he was in a Taiwanese news outlet, and he said Taiwan's the first country that's gonna premiere Fast and the Furious. China doesn't recognize Taiwan as a country.
Oh,
because they want to. They feel like it's part of China. So apparently the whole country was offended. They fucking told the movie production company that they're gonna stop showing Fast and the Furious in China if he doesn't apologize. So this fucking guy was fucking on camera speaking Mandarin, saying that he's sorry that he referred to Taiwan as a country, that he was tired, that the scheduling is fucking this and that, just because the Chinese government fucking put the crackdown on them because they have that much control, dude.
Well, yeah, they got that fucking.
There's a big market. Yeah. There's a big market out there, so they're using that as leverage. So you're not gonna get any outlets talking shit about China, like or whatever's going on over there.
Not even movies with it. There's the Chinese cutway where they literally edit around what they like or don't like.
Yeah.
And sometimes even there's Chinese characters pues that like in the US version have like a little part, and then in their part it's like in their area it's like an extended piece way.
Yeah.
And they cut out other pieces that would offend them, pues.
I mean, they already have a social credit score where, like, if you jaywalk, you get your credits.
Oh, we talked about that.
Your social credit score will go down. If you have a low credit score, social credit score that they have it, you can't live in certain apartments. You can't go to certain schools.
Damn, that's a lot of pressure.
Dude, it's fucking crazy out there.
Isn't China like one of the countries that has a very high suicide rate?
It does, yeah.
And I'm just wondering if that's part of it.
And there's like, I think there's like 31 million men or something that will never find a woman because
they had that
one child policy.
One child, and if it was a female, pues a la chingada. Pero ahí están ahorita, 31 million men don't know what to do with themselves.
Yeah, pero
She's working on their terrenos and shit.
And that's why OnlyFans is blowing up.
Uh-huh. And that's why,
Comes back around.
Is that where they also have the vending machine with the dirty chonis?
In China?
Oh, that's Japan, no?
Probably Japan, yeah.
Japan
Yeah, I
también
remember.
Pichinola, todos son chinos.
Son iguales, ¿no?
No es cierto. No.
Hey, you're going to have to apologize now.
Come on,
Sorry,
Lola,
guys, no.
we
They're
got
not gonna
Japanese listeners.
Don't
Lola.
cancel me.
Come on, Lola.
Wait, I'm not even important enough
They're
to
not
be
going to play
canceled.
the podcast in China now.
It's like our dads or parents, que todos son chinos, ¿no?
Sí, todos son chinos,
I mean,
todos son mexicanos.
I remember as a kid going to Chinatown in LA and us like fucking idiot little kids laughing when they were speaking fucking Mandarin and shit. Nos daba risa, güey.
Yeah. We didn't know any better.
We didn't know any better, yeah.
Now it's like, okay, shut the fuck up. Don't even stay here. Don't nothing. No, pero, yeah, that's what I'm like. I wonder if that's part of the high suicide rate in China because of all those social pressures to, it's so controlled. The way you're explaining it. But
You can't even criticize them for like the child labor way. Notice how the Foxconn shit with the iPhone, all that shit stopped already. Like there was people committing suicide at that when they make the iPhones because there was so much pressure, and the only thing that they did is put nets around the buildings to catch the bodies.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
They didn't even say, you know what, we're gonna put the load a little lighter. They put nets to catch them.
Para que no se maten. Yeah. Pero it's because all those factories I see, like Foxconn y todo eso, they're many little cities.
They are,
like you go to work there, and you don't like solely go to work there. You go to live there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You have an apartment in that complex.
Yeah.
Like the other factory, you walk down the little walkway to your little apartment building. You go down, you go to the cafeteria, y comes, and then back to work. You know.
Yeah.
So your whole life is in that. You need to buy a little thing. We got a little store here. You don't leave that.
You don't gotta go over there. We got it here. You don't have to go over there. Damn. No.
So imagine that life way. Like your life is literally work, pues.
Yeah.
Like everything revolves around you walking to that building to work. Your 20 hours, whatever.
Y aquí nosotros quejándonos.
Yo acá taking my shoes off and I'm apologizing for my feet.
Fucking feet and shit. Hey, what do I do with my feet? I don't know if they get a kid and fucking...
You're right. That sounds really douchey now.
No.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
¿Cómo se llama? El pumice stone?
Yeah, pumice stone.
Esa madre no sirve, güey.
Well, no, not when you're like...
drill then, you know.
My feet are pretty fucked.
They're probably not as fucked up as you think.
Get a little
We're our
Dremel.
worst critics.
Get a Dremel with the little stone thing. Pero échale agua como si fuera ceramic or what is it? Like a tile?
Epsom salt.
Like you're cutting tile, échale agua, güey.
No mames, güey.
So, para que no se queme
Has Ramon seen your feet?
Not in a long time. He still makes fun of him. Fucking asshole.
Yeah, because I used to send pictures of my dirty feet to him.
He doesn't like feet, huh?
He doesn't like my... Not in us. No piensen cosas malas, pero siempre me criticaba mis patas because I always pick my toenails. No, I don't that much. But then when we used to live with my parents, he would be
When you say pick your toenails, what do you mean?
Like I'll just sit and me las arranco.
Well, when like you're watching TV instead of eating popcorn, you fuck around with your feet.
Está cabrón. Está cabrón.
Hey, she needed a toothpick. A ver. Chino, I like what you know.
I was younger. I didn't know any better.
I was young. This was like fucking last week. Last week.
2 weeks ago.
No, pero when we used to live with my parents, I would just like be picking my toes or picking my feet. Like, man, you're fucking dirty, dude. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Y al de él le ponía las patas en la cara.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's ever told you that story of how one time... I doubt it. Una vez estaba yo, I was pumicing estaba afilando, what the shit, los tobillos.
Yeah.
The bottom part of your foot, I started filing it down, collecting the dust that, the dirty old skin.
Yeah.
And I put it on the table. And then I lined it up like fucking Coke lines.
Shit, how much was it?
Well, it was a lot.
Jesus Christ. ¿Qué dice? Ramón, pasa la sal, ¿no?
No. He's like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, oh, it's my desk. He's like, oh, you're fucking nasty. I'm like, hey, wait, Lego. I'll give you $100 if you sniff that shit.
Oh, shit.
And then he was like, just one line? So digo, pinche cochino, you're talking shit about my feet. Pero, no, wait, just soak them in warm water,
Maybe that's what it is.
Have you ever gone to a shop? ¿A que te los...
No, but I've been thinking about it to go fucking...
The chinitas.
Es que I don't like people touching my feet, güey.
Hey, pero you know what? I mean, just try it once.
Tengo un pinche ojo de pinche de venado abajo. Que ese güey...
You have your own colony.
The Eye of Sauron, güey.
Ese cabrón, güey, will fucking survive the apocalypse, güey.
Where's in the roaches and shit?
Ese güey, I've sliced it como pinche al pastor like fucking every couple months. And that shit grows back más enojado, culero.
Came with a vengeance.
Hasta salió con pinches cuernos last time.
Como una tóxica. You think you get rid of me?
I can't get rid of it. Yeah, exactly.
You think you can get rid of me?
Exactly.
I'm here. Te sale en la ventana. Hey,
chiculero, I'm gonna probably have to take it to court.
The people's court.
That shit,
dun, dun.
That shit fucking pops up all the time,
for
bro.
custody of your toe. The nail in you.
Jesus Christ. Y luego, the fat one, you know how much money this cost me in socks? Cada rato pinches hoyos.
Why?
Because it pokes fucking holes.
¿Te cortas las uñas o no?
Sí me las corto, pero I don't
Obviamente
know.
no, güey.
Probably not.
No.
I need to take care of myself. Cause I'm already 39.
Steel toe socks now, güey.
Do they have that? I'll buy them, bro.
They have those socks with the extra stitching.
Oh, they do?
Fucking California. Ay, güey, no me salen las palabras, güey. pinche bulletproof, the Kevlar fucking reinforced socks.
Yeah, ahí
güey.
tienen calcetines así reinforced.
You know what? Yeah.
Because they know them toes be
¿Sabes
fucking
qué? Ya,
aggressive.
ya fuera pendejada.
They know toes be toxic.
Go spend those $20-$30 con las chinitas, güey.
Sí, no, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they hook it. You been there?
No, pero I'm
Now, why you fucking more Yelp
Well,
review?
dick.
Pinche Yelp review
Wait,
al
you
100.
go to the professionals, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll only go if you went, culero. You fucking...
Vayan los dos.
If you had a fucking something growing on your arm, you go to the doctor.
Mira,
güey. Something in your
una
feet.
vote from the listener. Should the three guys go together to agarrar sus
Ay,
citas?
güey, you want a
You want a
TikTok?
triple date?
Yo no, ustedes tres. Tú, Ramón y
No, vamos
Fernie.
nosotros. Ramón está en Seattle.
Feeding the homeless.
Va a llegar todo emo, que está
Ramón-
bien nublado allá. Va a llegar todo
He's in
deprimido.
Seattle taking selfies of his forehead.
Of his forehead.
ya ves los selfies.
visiting Cornell y Cobain.
Los selfies siempre son de aquí para acá. Like,
Yeah, no shit.
yeah. He's like the typical dad taking selfies.
Yeah.
Hey,
Somebody
güey.
should tell him there's filters where that.
I tell him all the time, hey,
Yeah.
you know, bitchy selfie king and shit.
No lo dudes que llegue todo deprimido with eyeliner, because, you know, Seattle's a little depre
A
town.
little gloomy.
Está bien gloomy that way.
I know I asked them, I'm like, are you guys going to go check out the Kurt Cobain estate? Because now it's a landmark or something.
Oh, shit. You can go check it out.
Are they still fighting Courtney Love and the family or what?
I don't know. My grunge years are over.
What?
Can you imagine having like parents like that? Like I know her dad was also trying to get in there. And then this whole thing with the Britney Spears dad and all that shit. Have you
Oh,
keeping
that's
up with
just,
that shit?
yeah, that's just crazy, dude. Porque, I mean, when you hear about conservatorships, I work in the field where people deal with conservatorships.
Yeah.
It's typically when the person that you're conserving really has no way of making personal decisions.
So it's kind of common or it's not that common?
It's common, but it has to be like there has to be documentation and evidence that the person that you're trying to take care of really, really cannot take care of themselves. Like financially. Like, for example, my little brother, he's completely dependent on my parents.
Yeah.
So they're his conservators because they make all the decisions for
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
He has no say in anything.
Yeah.
And then, like, if they were to pass away, I would be the next one in line.
Yeah.
It's because literally, like, my little brother doesn't have the mental capacity to make any type of decisions.
Yeah.
Nothing. Entonces, when you're a conservator of a person, it's because that other person literally has no way of controlling their life or making their own decisions. Pero en este caso de Britney Spears, it sounds very like, what the fuck? Like, the way that, I mean, at least the stuff that I'm reading, I'm like, well, it could be made up, but it sounds kind of severe because it's like they were giving her medication that she didn't need. They were making her perform when she was sick.
There's a term for that, right? When parents
Munchausen syndrome. Munchausen by proxy.
That's right. Yeah.
Where the parent makes
that
the
a band?
child, huh?
Nah, it's not a band.
No, I'm sure there was. I'm sure there's a bad Munchausen by proxy.
Yeah.
Pero es una condición. It's a condition where the parent makes the child so. Like they force them to become ill
Dependent or whatever.
as a way of the parent getting attention and like, oh, mira qué buena parent. It's complicated to explain that syndrome, but there's people like that
They fabricate like
they
ailments.
fabricate illnesses, and what trips me out is just how in the medical field some doctors really don't investigate it as much as they should.
But don't you think because it's kind of sensitive, like it's sensitive?
Well, it shouldn't be said. I mean, yeah, maybe because a lot of times what happens is that parents are the expert of their child, you know.
But then. It's just kind of really like a gray area.
It is.
Because for a doctor, I would assume that they want to be sensitive enough to... Because you don't want to tell somebody that it's just in your head what you're feeling. Like, you have to be sensitive enough to... But if somebody tells you that this is what's going on, I don't know if they're going to question, especially in the climate that we're in now. Where
Everybody's so sensitive.
Where you have to be more sensitive. And these parents know that if they shave their kid's head... and they put in their head that they're sick, like the doctors are going to have to believe it. And
or they end up giving the children medications to make them ill.
Yeah.
You know? Por ejemplo, if you have HBO, like check out Mommy Dead and Dearest.
I saw that one, yeah.
Oh, you saw that one?
When she met the guy on the internet.
Yeah, and then he ended up, the guy that killed the mom and everything.
They made a show about that.
Yeah, The Act.
Great. That's fucking good dog way.
Yeah.
If you're interested in that, it's fucking wild, bro.
It's crazy because... Yeah, it's just crazy. Mommy Dead and Dearest. You know which was crazy right now? I only watched one episode. Exterminating the Brutes.
I've never seen it.
It's from the same director from I'm Not Your Negro, which has to do with history and everything, but pretty much it's a 4-part documentary series from the director, and it's personal experience, but it's pretty much like the history of white supremacy.
Oh yeah.
And colonization.
Oh shit.
And all this crazy shit. Like, I only watched one episode, and I have to watch it in parts because I was just like,
we blown away by
Yeah.
it? Wow. It's on
Yeah.
Netflix?
on HBO.
It's like when people say like, it's like when I hear people say like the system is broken, the system's not broken. The system's working the way it's
was
supposed to
intended,
work.
yeah.
Like there's a difference between how it should work and how it was meant to work. And yeah, dude, I mean, from the get-go, I mean, we're just, everything's against us. I mean, we talk about this sometimes and it sucks, man. I mean, I'm glad that it's starting to be more like talked about. But is it really gonna change though? Like, there's so much power in the system that I don't know, man.
Mean, if it can change. It's just gonna take a long time.
But how is it gonna change when you got? I mean, the Biden administration, anybody that comes in, everything's under the same fucking regime. Like, it's still structured the same thing. I mean, I was thinking the other day, like, what happened to the childs in camps now? Did it just mysteriously go away, or
no? The children, the la caravan and all this, like right now, like the children,
like the what they were calling concentration camps, and the children that are in the borders, like, see, all that kind of shit, man. I'm not a fan of it, like being one-sided like that. If it's still going on, they should report it the way it was being reported before, like. Because I'm thinking, if I was an immigrant, I would rather be caught in the Republican administration than a Democratic one, because at least in a Republican administration, they would see me fucking in this cage. But if I'm under a Democratic regime, nobody's gonna even give a shit that I'm in there, because they keep that, and I don't like that. I don't like that about politics.
But it wasn't just like a Republican and Democrat thing. It was a fucking a Trump and everybody else way. Because under Trump, they reported a lot. Things have changed, but not ponle decir everything for the better way. But from what I've noticed, it's not worse, pues, ¿me entiendes? But it's a hard thing to get your hand on it, and it is definitely super like underreported way.
I mean, everybody that when I would log onto the Chicano Shuffle Instagram, I felt like, I mean, a lot of posts were about that, and now everybody's just, they don't give a shit. So it's like, if you really cared about that, still talk about it. Still fucking try to see what you want to do about it. I don't know. I honestly, not to be like a pessimistic, but I think we're already too far over that. I don't know if it's gonna change, dude.
Oh no, I mean, it would be a long time. It would be not in 10 years. It's not gonna change. Not in 15 years. Not in 20 years. It's not.
Not in our lifetime.
No, not in our lifetime.
No. But as we get more people of color, pues, because even like when you see the Congress, pues, y todo, it's still mostly white dudes.
Oh yeah.
So I'm saying, until we get more juice in there, and until that
more
not only
colorful juice.
Yeah, but even the color that we get in there, they're still working in that system. And it has to reach like a point where we have so many in there that we can start changing that system. And like we're saying, that's not going to happen in our lifetime.
Listen, if they let females be more in power, as in the sense of like leadership roles in the politics, in the Senate, and the House of Representatives, and all that shit, there would be more changes. I've been watching a lot of fucking things on, not conspiracy stuff, by the way, pero así como on YouTube, and there's a lot of female podcasters out there that are cracking down crimes. They're cracking down crimes that are like unsolved crimes.
Oh, okay. They're cracking cases.
Cracking
down crimes. I was like, cabrón, what's that
cracking
mean?
down cases, my bad. Pero
So
de
weird.
que están dedicadas, and they're like literally like finding shit out, opening up old cases, like unsolved crimes and shit, and they're solving them and present. Por ejemplo, la esposa de Paul,
What?
Oswald Patton.
Patton, the que se murió.
Yeah, ella escribió un libro de un criminal and presented
From like
all the
30 years
evidence,
ago or
and they
something.
found him. So my
Like, she
thing is
solved it,
always
yeah.
like, if females are trusted enough,
But she was a journalist. No?
Yeah, she was a journalist, but she was a female.
No, that's what I'm saying. But it wasn't like a podcaster. But I get what you're saying.
No, but there's a lot of crime podcasts that are led by females, and they're cracking down on unsolved crimes. So my thing is just like, if women are trusted to make a house into a home and take care of a home and sustain it and everything, why can't we be given the authority or the power to be able to do that in our country or in our states,
Yeah, because I was hearing
Porque sí somos dramáticas, o
Yeah.
sea, pero y ese es el pedo de que mucha gente like, oh, how can a female be a leader? Motherfuckers, we carry life. We fucking...
We birth your ass.
We birth your ass, you know? We fucking... You know, yeah, we're emotional, but at the same time, we're able to think with our heart and with our mind and rationalize both. Obviously, some more think with their heart, others more with their mind. But, you know, I think if females were given more opportunity to be leaders, it would help probably balance shit.
Yeah, so two things. There was a documentary, which I can't remember which one it was, but it was an older one probably, where they didn't do like a huge study, but they just... looked at some fucking quick numbers and figured out like the countries that are like that you would say some people would say are more socialist but like that put policies more for like the people pues to help the people are countries where there's been women in power longer pues like countries that have had prime ministers that are women like multiple women or there's more in their parliament or congresses whatever, like they've had more women over time. So they put that together. One, the dos, back to that podcast thing. I was just listening. I think it was this week. Some two girls it's a show for some guy that talks politics shit. But he had these two girls on, and they're saying that in their field, like in that podcast, like ya están like they want to keep doing it, but están harta because they get so much hate like so much hate that like pretty much just a bunch of people, mostly dudes, I'm assuming, mostly white dudes, bombarding them that they have no business talking about this shit. Like they get so much hate, se ponen hartas and kind of like us, they'll get one email or one message where it's so positive and motivating. They're like, all right, fuck it, I'll keep going.
Let's keep going.
But that they get so much fucking hate and like death threats that you're a fucking woman. Like, what the fuck are you?
What are you doing? Go in the kitchen and make a sandwich.
Why are you talking about this shit? Like, this is not your realm.
I mean, I understand what you guys are saying, but I don't think it's like if they get a woman, because there's different women. Like, I don't think Hillary Clinton is like, she's a woman, but I don't think that she was the right woman. So they're gonna get the woman. They're gonna get the
right away.
They're gonna get the woman that they feel. But it's not like what the people. So I don't think it's as easy as if they get a woman.
No, it's not as easy. But I think if just for example, like with our vice president, do you realize how many young girls are seeing that shit and just being like, okay, that can eventually happen. Maybe not in our lifetime are we going to see a female president here. But it's getting closer.
Igual con la vice president. I don't like that chick too, pero she made it, pues, like, she worked the system, pues, to get there. And that's not the kind of person, pues, that's going to make these changes we're talking about.
Politics are way more complicated. So it's not about having beautiful dreams. There's a lot more.
But that's what I'm saying. They're working within the system.
My question always with like the politicians and like Grandpa Biden, like Grandpa. Mi dad le dice la momia.
La momia, yeah, Ramon said.
Yeah, with Grandpa Biden and all that shit, I'm all like, how many hours of sleep do these people get? That's always my question. Like, do these people ever get to sleep?
I mean, I even that, like that we have 80-year-olds fucking running. I honestly, that's something that I disagree with. Like, they need to be young, dude. They need to have fucking more refreshing ideas, because these fucking old people, like, I mean, I'm doing the whole Bitcoin thing, right? So I'm dealing with fucking Elizabeth Warren, fucking Maxine Waters. I mean, these women, they're women, but these fucking broads are like 70, 80 years old. They don't know shit about fucking technology, and they're making these decisions that are going to affect the shit ton of people. So there's more than that. They should be younger. They should have more open views. Like, like look at how the AOC thing's going on. I don't like her, but there's a conflict between like her and the administration. She talks shit about them. That's not a good look, in my opinion, to do it publicly. But why she get like pushed down like that? You know, like,
because she's a female of color.
Look at what happened to Bernie. Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I thought he was cool.
What happened to Ralph Nader?
Got tired of losing, bro.
Ralph Nader, that was like forever.
He's still around. I just saw him the other day talking about something.
¿Ya que tiene like 95?
He doesn't look as old as Biden, that's for sure. But no, I think I don't know if you need like fucking, what's the age for president? 45?
That's
I think maybe you need something in the middle way, like 80. No mames, way.
80 está cabrón.
Yeah, you're set in a lot of ways.
80, you don't care about fucking fucking abortion, like all that shit. 80, you're not you're probably homophobic, like. I'm just
saying
assuming.
No, but I'm saying
You're outdated.
Whatever it is, you're probably set in your way already. No,
Yeah.
like, hey, this is how it was in my time, you know. So somewhere in the middle, maybe not 45, maybe 45. You could argue is maybe still like too young. You haven't, but somewhere in the middle where like this guy's saying, like you're still open to, you're set in some ways, but you're open to hear.
I think 45 is like perfect, way. Don't you think?
I'm getting close to 45, and I don't think I would. If I was in that realm, pues, I think like someone would probably be able to sway me. Because you got to think in government, pues, yeah, there's times when you want change, but if that change comes too fast, pues, it might end up being the wrong decision in the long run, pues. Like it might be good for right now, for like these next 10 years or something, but it might not be good for the next 30 or 40.
Yeah.
So you have to like think longer term, and I think like me that I'm in around that age, pues I'm not there yet, pero I would be like, oh shit, that is a good fucking idea. Let's give the people fucking $3,000 a month, you know?
Yeah.
But in the long term, maybe that's not a good idea, ¿me entiendes?
Yeah.
That's good for these times we are now. Pero then at some point, you have to change it again.
Yeah.
So then that means you're constantly going to be changing things, and you don't, it's like kids, like you need to establish like a little routine, something stable.
Consistency.
And someone like young, pues, that accepts all the ideas that sound good to him is also not good, man.
But you know what?
There has to be some middle ground.
Now that I'm really thinking about what we're talking about, we have to really acknowledge that these politicians are old, but the people that are in their heads are people in their 20s. You know?
Yeah.
So they do have
Some
young, but a lot of them are conservative views. Like even if they're 25, 26, 27, people that are in these politicians' ears that are affecting the way they think. They're probably conservative. They have their views, and so maybe that's not even the answer tampoco, way to be young, like you're saying, way. Maybe you're right.
You got to find, there's a middle ground, and I don't know what it is, but it's got to be somewhere in there. Little cachito, way.
I think it's just we're going through transitional years, so they're obviously going to be tough. But I do see, like you said, maybe not this generation, but it is heading towards like a change where that's needed.
You know, I was having this conversation with somebody, I don't remember who, but I'm like, dude, like our age gap, like us in our mid 30s, early 40s, we're like that group, that generation that's in between.
Late 30s, no, yeah.
What did I say?
You said mid 30s.
Oh shit!
Three or 4 years, yeah, that's a new pains way. Yeah, it makes a difference.
You know what? Fuck that shit. I'm 41. I feel 35. I don't give a fuck. My energy. Pero lo que digo es que we're that generation where sometimes I feel 80.
Yeah.
I mean, you go to Norm's at on Sundays at 5 a.m., bro. So you're pretty rocón.
El pinche. Sometimes I see Biden on the TV and like he moves better than me.
He's got access to better doctors. That's right.
He's got that serum, bro.
Yeah, it's because you go to Salvadores. He goes to chiropractors.
I need to go to a chiropractor, dude.
Nah, go to a Salvador. No, I gotta help the community.
Shit, walk on me. Pero digo, we're like in the middle of like old school and then new school.
Yeah.
We're just in that age gap, and then second, we're like first generation where we're fighting, not fighting, but we're in between the culture that our parents instilled in us, and then the culture here, and it's just we're a mess.
We're a mess because we come from the generation that they told us to follow our dreams. They're pretty vague.
Well, I dream of tacos and horchata.
Just follow your dreams. Like, fuck you.
Follow them where?
On TV it said follow your dreams, but at home they said ponte a trabajar, cabrón.
¿Qué pinche sueño ni qué
guitarra,
nada?
que nada, cabrón.
Yeah, no shit. The follow your dreams was on the internet or the
conflicted
TV.
Way.
And at home, it's like, esa pinche guitarra no vas a pagar los biles.
On TV, it was the fucking, you can be anything. And your house is fucking, ponte a trabajar, chingados.
Yeah. We wanted to start our own magazine. ¿Qué? Pónganse a leer.
Yeah.
What? Like,
start our magazine.
Yeah, we wanted to have our own little magazine, start
That's
our little
right.
magazine.
You guys were talking about that.
Yeah, and my mom like, no. And the worst thing was that they were laughing at us. I'm like,
this guy, our parents don't know shit.
like, what the fuck? Like, this is how you support our fucking dreams?
I mean, I realized that. You know what? My parents, there was a point where I thought they were right about everything. And then I was like, I don't know. I was like, wait a minute. Like, you know what I think we should do is we need to... You know how I never had a sex talk. Did you guys have a sex talk from your parents?
No. The only shit was don't get pregnant. Y lo único que me well, my mom was more of the, she gave me the not the birds and the bee talk, but like the physical changes, the menstrual cycle.
So she did have those talks with you?
The menstrual cycle.
Shit.
But it was very...
That sounds like a pretty entitled childhood, Noelia.
That I know. I said got stuck with.
Entitled how? I didn't get the talk that I
You didn't
wanted.
get that talk.
I
You got
don't
that
give a
talk?
shit. I found pornos in the alley. That's how
didn't
I fucking knew about
¿Qué es
sex.
esta sensación que tengo aquí? En mi pancita.
I
En mi
learned from the blurry
terrenito.
channel.
Yeah, I think
In
that's a
which channel?
tit. I think
The
that's a
blurry
titty.
channel.
Oh.
Hey, era el terreno. You thought it was a titty. Well, I was gonna get
It's a lot
to
of
this.
terreno.
No.
I feel like our generation, we have to have conversations with our parents. Like we have to sit them down at some point and be like,
Oh, I do.
listen, Dad, you can't say this anymore.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Dad, you can't think like this anymore. Like,
But then you're fighting with like for example, my dad, he's 70. I've learned
is
now.
he 70? Like 70?
He was born in 49.
Oh shit, dude! I just found out my dad's gonna be 70 this year too. I thought he was younger. I don't stop appreciating him more. Way.
I know. Right? I think my dad's 71 or 72. I think
Yeah.
he'll be 7. I think he cumplió 72.
Yeah.
I don't fuck. He's old.
Yeah.
My old man is old.
Yeah.
Pero with him, because he's so old school, and you know him.
Oh yeah.
You know
yeah,
him
yeah.
too, Fernie. It's
I love it. I love it.
I've learned to just shut the fuck up.
He's like a walking museum.
He's I've learned to, como dicen, pick and choose your battles. I've learned that with my dad, I'm not gonna change his mind about the shit he says in his home.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna change his mind. I mean, me and my dad have gotten into it where to the point that he wouldn't talk to me for 3 years.
Damn, it was 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years. All him, by the way.
I do remember that.
All
that
him,
time.
all his pride, because, pues, quien, esta cabrona, whatever. But I've gotten months without talking to my dad because we'll clash because yo no me callo. But now
Yeah.
it's like, he'll say shit, and I'm like, okay, all right.
Boys will be boys.
Fuck that, I don't like that. But
I mean,
But it's
that's
like-
what we're doing.
like, okay, yeah, diga lo que
Yeah.
quiera. He's old. My mom is more traditional and more, but I feel like with her I can have those conversations where, mira, man, no se puede decir esas cosas, not anymore. It's not as it is before, now someone's going to go up to you and smack the shit out of you. You say
Oh
the wrong thing,
yeah, Well,
And-
yeah, where it is.
And even with my dad, I'm like, Appa, ya no, you can't drive that fast. You can't cut people off as fast as you could. You
Yeah.
can't go to
We
the
never
store.
could do that. ¿Qué pasó?
You can't do the same things you used to do before.
Yeah.
But I learned to pick and choose my battles with my parents, because they're old school.
They're old school. Yeah.
But I've been able to have, at least with my mom, I'm able to have those conversations of like, lady.
I mean, my dad está todo tembloroso and he's still que quiere una mujer que le cocine y que le lave la ropa. I'm like, dude, what are you gonna bring to the table, dude?
No, you don't got a lot of offer.
Like this 2021, bro, you can't talk like that. Estás todo tembloroso. Like what are you gonna? Like he still has that mentality. I mean, homophobic, like
Yeah.
all that shit's still there. you know?
Homophobic, racism, como se dice, prejudice. Yeah, they still do. Like
He's
yeah.
he's my dad's, but no, he's I mean, I hate
But
to
that's-
throw him under the bus, but he's still homophobic.
No, for sure. My
Y
parents.
la otra vez, we were having this conversation. Sorry to interrupt.
No,
but
no.
We were having this conversation where we were talking about it, and I was like, dude, my mom said I have 3 cousins that are gay. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. And he's like, pues a mi familia no hay nadie. And I was like, come on, bro. Le digo, hay de haber unos 2 o 3 que así por Detroit le gusta. que no sabes.
Que no te dicen ya.
I was telling them. It's like, no, nosotros no. Like, mis huevos. Le dije, hay de haber unos 2, 3. Le dije, ¿sabes qué? I'm going to start calling my cousins and I'm going to find out. Because
I'm gonna start going through my Instagram feed.
Tú andas acá todo prideful que no hay nadie. And I'm like, hay de haber unos 2 o 3 que sí.
Yeah.
But
It's
Yeah,
impossible.
same thing with my dad. Like, he'll make comments, and I'm like, you want me to bring out the list of the cousins and the sobrinos? Yeah, nah. I'm like, all right, Dad, just relax. Just relax. Just keep that shit to yourself,
Yeah,
you know?
stop.
Go to your room and talk all your shit.
But
Nobody wants to hear it.
you know what's amazing, Donald, is that maybe I don't acknowledge it is seeing that, then we see how far we've come along. Mm-hmm. As far as being more inclusive. Because even us in the 90s, where I mean, some of us were homophobic in those days. We had to change our ways. We used words that we shouldn't have, and just to see how far we've come along. I don't know. We still need a lot of work, man. But I feel like sometimes we don't acknowledge the victories as we're going along, and we don't see. Because I hear my dad talk, and I'm like, man, dude, I've come a long way. Like. From that mentality, from that being raised.
Well, you've taken a conscious decision to change those patterns.
But a lot of people don't, right?
No.
There's a lot of people that are nuestra camada, way that's still
Yeah.
that's still
Yeah, because I was
fucking-
gonna say I think maybe not like this bad, but I think some like us were exceptions to the rules exception to that rule because you see it around most the raza still is homophobic way.
Yeah.
Like you have those guys that we've all known and you all see even like in your social media, they'll make all the gay jokes and shit. Pero fucking someone that's actually gay fucking shows up and all of a sudden it's like, what the fuck, eh? And you're like, what the fuck? Were you just saying fucking this?
Yeah, why you being an asshole?
Way. So I think I don't know what the percentage is, but a lot of raza still is stuck. Maybe they're not as far removed from their parents, but as we like to think. Maybe they've taken a few steps, but not as many as you would hope.
My thing is always like, and that's not an argument, but my thought of like, in what way, shape, or form is that person who identifies in any way, shape, or form affecting me?
Yeah.
And what I do.
Yeah.
You know, how are they affecting me? They're not affecting me.
Yeah.
You know, y por eso yo digo, like, a mí me vale, you know. I'm not even the type like, oh, I'm fine with gays as long as they don't hit on me. I don't care, you know.
Yeah.
I don't even think, nobody's gonna hit on me. Pero yo lo que digo is like, si no me está molestando y no está afectando my income, my job, like, do whatever you fucking want.
Yeah.
Now, when your shit is affecting me, then it becomes an issue, you know? Pero fuera de eso, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't bother me. Like, oh, you want to identify as a fucking horse? By all means, you know?
Yeah.
By all means. Right now, we're in that transition of people identifying differently.
Yeah.
And our age, we're still like, whoa, like we're still learning.
Yeah.
Because we grew up with gay, straight, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's gay or he's straight. She's gay or she's straight. That was all we grew up with.
Yeah.
And now it's so
or
many.
male, female.
Yeah,
también.
male, female, and whatever. Pero now it's so different. People just identifying. And I'm like, hey, you know what? Whatever you are, whatever you identify as, es tu pinche pedo. Just don't fuck with my shit. Hey, do whatever rocks your boat. Just don't fuck with my boat.
Yeah, no, I mean, and we have to learn how to adapt, I think.
But the thing is, the problem is when people just want to attack those individuals.
Yeah.
That's where it becomes bad. Like, yeah, jokes are jokes and everything, but do you really mean that? Is it really a joke that's stemming from hate towards people like that?
Are we talking about on the internet or actually like in person?
In person, and the internet, when you see people being harassed.
Because the internet, I feel like that's not.
The internet, fuck the internet. Everybody can. Todos en la internet are bold and fucking bold and
they're all gangsters,
chingones. Pero cuando los enfrentas, it's like different stories.
Yeah.
You know? And it's always fucking ugly ass people too that are fucking typing all that shit.
Yeah.
Ugly, like literally ugly ass people.
Because los bonitos have things to do.
Los bonitos tienen que ir a lavarse las patas, güey.
They're at the fucking...
Ay, güey.
No te creas, amigo. Pero es lo que digo, like, you know, that's what I'm saying. We are people our age are in the middle. Like, fuck, we grew up with this shit, but at least I feel we're learning to change or create different patterns of seeing things.
Yeah.
You know? Because, you know, not our parents are not the best at their beliefs and shit because todo it has to do with church. Everything's religion based. Mm-hmm. Everything's religion based.
Well, we got to remember that for the most part, since it's religion based, our parents come from a conservative country.
Yeah.
Mexico's conservative.
Yeah.
And so we were talking about last episode about my tattoos and shit, how like it was just fucking a nightmare to deal with that shit. Mm-hmm. You know, growing up, having long hair, being in like rock music, my dad would say I was gay. Fucking, no, ya viene mi Juan Gabriel.
Oh.
Shit like that. And,
Pinche with Ramon, he had his long hair.
And then the TV still, you can be anything you want.
Yeah, it's just confusing. Follow your fucking dreams. Fuck you, I have nightmares.
I know. Yeah, I mean, cuando Raymond tenía long hair, Ramon tenía pelo largo, pues my dad would clown him all the time. And I remember thinking, like, hey, Jesus had long hair. We were talking about that last time.
That's true,
And I'm
yeah.
like, Jesus had long hair.
Marco Antonio Solis had long hair.
Marco Antonio, he still does. He still does, you know. No se lo corte el... No.
What's up with Chente? He's a little... Tiene un
Está
nawi.
grave.
Tiene un nawi.
¿Qué le pasó al pinche Chente?
Ya se anda muriendo el güey.
Ay, ¿qué se muera?
Not the first time.
Ay, güey. Pobrecito, por mano larga ya lo quieren
know,
muerto.
Yeah, no. I know Ramon had texted me the screenshot of like, que
he
tuvo...
sent it to everybody, that guy.
Que algo que pasó con
I
el
never
pinche
got it.
Vicente. I didn't even read the headline. I'm like, yeah, por pinche perv. Por pinche perv.
Yeah, when he sent it to, I was like, hey, bro, I thought he was canceled, way.
So Vicente fucking's going down as a perv, not as a Mexican fucking artist.
Ah, yeah, he is. I mean, yeah.
Well, no que in the 70s, que los guys, as long as it's not our parents, we can still talk shit about. I thought we were being, see, that's the thing, is we pick and choose. I thought the guys that are parents is like, they get a pass, but not Chente?
No, Chente.
Only our parents.
No, Chente gets a pass.
fuck
Chente
that.
gets a pass. Like,
Shit,
you know. I'm like, you know, I beat you perv.
Come on, bro. He's
Pinche
in the
perv.
70s.
Well, I mean, I can't change his mind, you know?
Come on, bro. I thought we said que our parents, que no sé qué, que that generation.
I'm with Noelia. Pervy.
What happened?
No, I'm saying like you can say he's a little pervy, just like when you talk about like your dad, you go, well, yeah, he's a little racist.
My dad's a jerk. My dad's an asshole.
Yeah, like you realize you're not gonna change that, and you don't fault them for it, but you can still call him what it is,
Yeah.
right?
So you don't listen to his music tampoco?
No, I do.
Entonces, ¿por qué nos hacemos?
No. Yo nomás le mandé ese mensaje. Pinche perv. Like, ya está para irse el güey al cabo.
Yeah, Kevin talk shit about Michael Jackson, and his things still sell, bro.
Yeah, that's true. Pobrecitos, like, fucking, to be, no, él, that he's a pervert. I'm saying pobrecitos to come from that fucking generation. Que están todos tapados los cabrones. Like, we expect them to fucking, vienen de rancho, güey. We expect them to come to LA and have the shit figured out, güey.
Yeah.
They come from a fucking ranch,
Well,
güey.
dude, which is a good point because that was one of the things that I was talking to my mom about. And I read a story recently that I was like, what the fudge? Que no sé en qué estado de aquí de United States.
United States?
In
United
the
States.
United States, en un estado, I don't know what state. This guy takes his girlfriend to the hospital because she's giving birth. The guy's 24. The girlfriend's fucking 12 years old.
No shit.
Uh-huh. And once they investigate shit, había fotos del baby shower con la familia y todo. So now they're charging the mom. Shit. They're charging the mom, which I'm glad they're charging the fucking mom. And they're fucking taking the dude to court to try it, to do a trial.
That's insane, dude.
Are you kidding me? 12 fucking years old. So I was having that conversation with my mom, and then it came into la conversación llegó a que like it's seen as normal in our culture.
Well, what's a quinceañera? You're basically
Auctioning off your fucking...
Yeah, but that's a tradition from long ago.
So el güey era mexicano.
I don't know about long ago.
No. O sea, la tradición de la quinceañera de que, la estás presentando a la jovencita, she's ready to be courted. She's ready to be auctioned.
Yeah,
if that's the way you want to put it.
Yeah.
Obviously, that was hundreds of years ago. Now the tradition is like,
hundreds.
I don't know, hundreds,
No. But now it's more like, estoy presentando a mi hija, like she's entering adulthood. I don't know if the intention from the parents is to still kind of...
Do we have to cancel
she's
las
available
quinceañeras
now.
or what?
I don't think they realize that that's... I don't think a lot of people that have quinceañeras even know the origins of it. They just know that this is what you do.
Yeah. And that's fine if that's what... Pero that's why we have to educate ourselves because there's a lot of traditions that we have where like, whoa...
we just go with it.
Yeah.
What's up, bro? Yeah, we just kind of go with it, and it's just not even like a big deal, right?
Yeah. No, it's just because it's tradition, you know? But if we try to if we do the history of tradition, then we'll figure out like, oh shit. But the point is that I was having the conversation with my mom, I'm like, dude, that was seen so normally. And it's still seen as okay that a grown-ass fucking man is trying to court a child.
Did your mom have a different reaction than you of the situation?
And then for this story that I read, she was like, I know. And I'm like, what? I'm like, why? Because girls develop faster. It's what girls are what's in our food now, you know? Obviously, girls are maturing. Pero my point of that was that my mom's like, well, we were talking about it. And I said, that girl might be 12 and she might look fucking 25, but she's still underage.
Yeah, she's still a child.
And I'm glad that they're pressing charges with the mom and that they're taking this asshole to fucking court because it's like, dude, you're 24 years old. You're turned on by a 12-year-old?
But see, that's one of the issues that I feel it's in the immigrant community is they bring those views here.
Yeah.
And it's like what you're saying, like, dude, when I was working with a vocational center with adults with disabilities, I had high functioning autistic early 20 people. They had a job at Chili's. I would take them to Chili's to put the utensils in the napkins. That was their job, you know. I was able to, track their hours, and I was their boss. Some of these fucking cooks, dude, the paisas from Mexico, I had to tell them to fuck off because they were constantly. I mean, these girls, some of them are busty. They're women. Yeah, they're early 20s, even if they're autistic. And these guys would fucking try to flirt with these females, dude. And I was the asshole in both sides because I was a guy cock blocking, telling the guy, hey, wait, what the fuck are you doing, güey? Like, estás cortando las pinches cebollas y que andas de volado con las morras because you know que, you know, they have sexual needs. Like, we want to think that people with special needs, they have sexual needs. They need to, they have the sex talk. There's people that come in and tell them, like, this is... You know, so these guys were fucking. I couldn't believe it, but then it comes back to that.
Yeah,
it's
a sense of acceptance in different parts of the world, you know. And that, pero digo, esa conversación la tuve con mi mom because we've had acquaintances or tios in the family where they were like 30 something and they went to Mexico to get a girlfriend that was fucking 14, 15.
No shit.
And those are the conversations that I don't have them with my dad because then my dad and I clash. Because his thing is like, yeah, pues ya cállate. Like, all right, we get it. But with my mom, it's more a conversation like, do you think that's okay, mom, for grown-ass fucking men to do that shit? And it was a trade almost. Like, oh, I'm going to court your daughter, sir. And, you know, when I marry her.
Permiso y todo.
Yeah, todo, but it's like, these are 15-year-old girls.
And then I bet the moms and the parents in Mexico, the first question is, ¿Y tiene terreno?
¿Tu familia tiene terreno?
Y ahí estoy la tía amargada, like, why don't you marry me, asshole? You know, porque ya sabe que no me voy a dejar.
I've been waiting right here.
Like, hey, I got the ring, I got everything, man. And my dad's gonna get the band already, you know? My dad has the band ready, eh?
Pero así son, güey, la raza... Yeah,
y es lo que pasa, then, like, the immigrant, I don't know, immigrant community, la gente que viene de otros países, vienen con esas tradiciones y culturas. And then when they come to this country, it's like, sorry, dude, like, you can't hit your child.
And it's
the way you beat them up over there.
And
you can't marry a 12-year-old here.
And it's not just our community. It happens with, like, the Muslim community. Like, it's just across the board. Like,
yeah.
Look, I don't know if you guys ever would watch To Catch a Predator. There's a lot of that gave you there's a lot of like Indian dudes, like
there's a lot.
I love that show.
Pervs come in all shapes and forms
that show
and
was
colors
good.
And everything. But a mí, sabes que, like, I probably watched like maybe 2 or 3 episodes of that, and I'm like, I was just embarrassed.
I was embarrassed. Well, especially when they're coming naked to the house.
I was just like, damn, dude.
They're ready to party, Dick.
Fuck, güey.
They show up naked with beer and it's like, Dick, what are you doing? Hey, Chris Hansen sale de atrás. Hey, how's it going, buddy? Oh, shit.
Yeah, no. Me daba, I mean, it was just a sense of like, damn, you fucking pigs. But it was just also like, qué vergüenza, like, you know, you're on TV, your wife's gonna see you,
dude. One time,
kids are gonna see you.
I know I've said this in the podcast before, but one time, me and my girl fucking went on a chat room pretending I was a 12-year-old boy.
No,
dude,
no,
you should fucking see like the shit that we got, man. It was unfucking real, like to the point where she was getting more shit because she was like a 13-year-old girl. I was a 12-year-old boy, so I was just getting like weird shit. So it got to the point where I was just like, oh, I can't take this anymore, dude. Like, it was constant, like, bam, 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 bam. And she was just like, bam,
Pero
bam, bam,
¿qué
bam.
les decían? Like, ¿qué cosas?
Empezaban like innocent, like this and that. And then, you know, we were watching To Catch a Predator. So, do you know that you realize that I'm fucking this age? Oh, yeah, this and that. Where you live, where your parents. It got to like, they knew exactly what they were doing. And to me, it was like, wow, dude, it took us like less than a minute to get hit on the fucking screen, and we put how old we were, and it was just crazy, dude. It's crazy out there, Noelia.
No, I believe you. I worked in that field. I'm like, I know.
All the you know, the millions of kids that go missing, that fucking
they're trafficked, they're being sold into sex slavery. Por ejemplo,
it's a whole industry,
yeah, they're a lot of these children are being trafficked.
Like the Backpage, I mean, all that shit that they were doing with that site. I mean, it's just...
Por eso también... Oh, sorry.
No, come finish it.
Por eso también I have a big... I don't know. I mean, I'm not a parent. I don't care to be a parent. I don't want to have children.
Preach.
I'm hey, judge me all you want. Judge me all you
I'm
want.
right here.
Sorry, Freddie.
I'm right here.
No,
shit,
no.
bro.
Hey, I'm the guy that was talking shit about Disneyland having a bunch of kids, and I'm at Disneyland.
Why are so many fucking kids here?
All right, parent. No.
No, except for you, way.
Right away.
No,
Hey, that's how we are, bro. Our dads could be fucking this and that. but everybody else, but so except for you.
Porque el que yo no quiera tener hijos or that I don't want to be a parent or anything, I'm not trying to preach that to people to feel the same.
Yeah,
hey, if you have children, you decide to have children.
Yeah.
That's your decision.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But me personally, that's why I get annoyed when people are like, oh, you don't want to have kids? Like, no, bitch. Like, don't question me. I don't question why you had kids.
You know what I hate? Oh, you're lucky you don't have kids. Lucky, bitch, that was my choice.
Yeah.
Like, this
my
isn't luck.
choice. Like, no, I made sure I took care of myself as much as I could because
there's no luck to this.
no, like I know the mess that I am.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to
We are fucked.
we're fucked.
Everybody's fucked.
Sí, pero lo que yo digo es que sometimes people try to make me, they try to make me feel guilty about not
They're
being
judgy.
a parent.
But they're putting something on you that
Like, bitch,
from
why
them way.
Yeah, you're projecting.
Yeah, they're
Exactly,
definitely
yeah.
projecting because
Projecting.
even like as soon as I had kids, I realized the other side way. Like this isn't for everybody.
No.
And you can your mind or like your way of thinking can go in another direction where you want to put this on someone else way. Like hey, tú por qué no? Hey, yeah, check it out.
Don't you want to have kids and be miserable like me? No,
I
bitch.
think people
I want
are-
to be miserable by myself.
I don't think people realize how judgy they are. It just could take a tone. Like you don't
Yeah.
want to have kids. Like it just takes a little bit of like changing your tone, and you're fucking people are judgy.
Yeah, I've had people literally verbatim ask me like, "Don't you want to experience life growing inside of you?" And I'm like, "No, bitch. Have you seen Aliens?
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie Alien and Aliens? No, I don't want to grow anything inside of me. I never was. I mean, nunca me dio esa sensación de que, oh, I want to have. No, I'm not interested. And it sucks because people judge that.
They do judge.
They
that.
judge it like, oh, especially the line of like, you'll never know love until you have a child.
I heard that before.
Like, oh, okay. Well, do you want me to have? I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you have children, that was your decision, and that is your parenting. But I've had people ask me like, oh, así very rudely, and I have to be rude too. You know, I know Ramon one time said it, and I'm like, bitch, you stole my line, asshole. People had asked me like, oh, don't you want to have así en las familias, en las fiestas? Like, ay, mija, que no se te antojan? I'm like, no, es que no tengo matriz. No puedo tener hijos.
That's a good one.
Ay, mija, discúlpame, no te quise hacer sentir mal. I'm like, bitch, I don't feel bad. I'm making you feel bad.
You didn't think about it before you said it.
Yeah,
That's a good one, yeah.
My mom one time told me like, don't make people feel uncomfortable by saying
Fuck
that. And I
that.
told her like, well, they don't need to try to
Why
make me
they
feel
ask- yeah,
uncomfortable by
fuck
asking
that.
me
Why
stupid
doesn't it work
shit.
the other way? Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, mija, don't you want to get married? Like, yeah, bitch, I'm waiting for you to die so I can marry your husband.
Porque tiene terreno
Yeah.
que me gusta.
tiene un terrenito, you know, terrenito, güey.
Tiene un terrenito allá en Rosarito.
Yeah. But some of the things that I see and I'm just like, hey, to each its own is somehow a sense of over-sexualization with children nowadays where
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, like you don't want to expose your children to too much because there's too many fucking crazy ass people out there.
There is, yeah.
Too many people out there that are just waiting for it, you know? Yo veo fotos de babies, I'm like, oh, mira qué cute and everything. Like, okay, whatever. But there's a sick fucking person out there who's gonna download that picture, download that image, and do whatever they want with it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why sometimes I'm like, I know, like, can you guys just be a little bit more careful of how you expose your children? Because
Yeah.
they are, dude, some kids, like, they are so smart. They're super
I
duper
have
smart.
told people around me like, hey, you know, they have a kid and they're really happy and excited and they do something to them that's cute. I'm like, well, that's not that cute, but I guess. And so they'll send me
¿Qué te importa, güey?
they'll send me they'll send me a fucking picture. This little girl doesn't. I'm like, Dick, don't send me that.
Yeah, like
My iPhone's gonna flag me.
Especially now, but even before, like I don't want those pictures on my phone. Like, don't send me that. Like, be smart about what kind of pictures you post if you're gonna post on the fucking.
Like I was saying earlier, bro, whatever fucking you put out in that digital space, it's out there, bro.
yeah. And it's just
You're not getting that shit back.
Yeah, it's just because we know how crazy it can be, how dangerous it could be, you know, seeing images like that. It could be innocent, but it's like, no, that's legally, you know, someone goes through your phone like, pervert.
Yeah, that's the least thing that I would
Pero
want.
si a veces yo digo, hay unas cosas que digo, like, dude, like, you sure you want to post your kids? Like, you sure you want to post all that shit, you know?
Yeah.
Pero, no, pues digo, cada quien su pedo. I'm not a parent, you know, I have my tater, my fucking stanky ass dog. That's my kid, my whatever, my responsibility.
Yeah.
Pero a veces sí digo, like, dude, like, just kind of have some reservations with how you expose your child. You know, how you expose your children, because not everybody's gonna be thinking, oh, they're cute, but that's the least of their worries.
Yeah.
Pero es que hay tantas cosas that I'm like, no, like, yeah, you want to expose your children to the reality of the world, but it has to come from the parent through conversation, through like, hey, this is why I'm asking you not to do this. This is why I'm asking you to do this. Explain things to kids, because the way I see it is like, yeah, you want to protect your children and let them have that innocence, that sense of innocence and safety and like no worries. But at the same time, it's like, look at the world we're in.
Yeah, it's
look at
crazy.
the world we're in. Before it was like, yeah, it takes a village. Everybody looked out for everybody.
No.
Now it's like, mind your fucking business. All right, I'll mind my business.
Yeah.
I see people, I've had situations donde estoy en la store y está un niño teniendo un severe tantrum.
Mm-hmm.
And because I know the signs of the symptoms, the characteristics of autism.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll be like, maybe that child is diagnosed with autism. The mom's going to have a nervous breakdown. Let me just find a way to be of assistance,
Yeah.
I'm not going to criticize the mom. I'm the type of person like, don't criticize if you're not going to be helping, you know? No. Be part of the solution.
Yeah.
So I've had times that en las tiendas, I'll be like, hey, is your baby okay? Do you need some help? Dude, once or twice I've had moms like, empiezan a llorar, and I'm like, whoa, like, hey, relax. And I'll calm the child down because I use my professional tactics.
Yeah.
Pues digo, professional tactics of like, it's okay, whatever. Pero hay unas moms that like, I'm like, all right, bitch, I was just trying to help, but fuck you. You want to have, by all means.
Dude, I would have moms literally tell me that they want to kill these fucking kids, and they're in their 20s. Because I mean, they were, we took care of them during the day. It was a day program, and they were happy with us because we had a different vibe. But if these moms were fucking miserable, bro, some of these moms that had these people fucking since they were kids, and you could see that they were just tired and they were just fucking exhausted, but they don't know how to handle the situation. Yeah. They feel like getting frustrated and being upset is like that's part of the solution. And I don't know, man.
But it's because they themselves, they're single parents. They don't have the support system that they need. Maybe if we're speaking about a mother who's single, she probably doesn't have the support that she needs from the other parent.
Yeah, but it is like he's talking like. I think it's just really hard, period. Way. Even if there's two of you, you have a special needs child. It's mucho pues. As it is having a kid, a normal kid,
a
way
child that
was quotes normal.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard enough. Way I can only imagine like if you have a kid that's special needs.
Yeah.
Even if you have both parents.
Yeah.
Está pesado.
Yeah, it's hard because then you're fighting with a system.
You need a lot of patience, and if you're in your early 20s or like mid 20s, también pues you don't. You might not be ready for that.
Dicen children don't come with a handbook. Fairly, rightfully so, they don't come with a handbook. But then, like you said, you have a child who has extra needs, or you have to do things differently with them because they have those special needs. So you're learning to work with your child who has special needs, and then in trying to get them those services that they need, you're fighting with a system who doesn't want to give you the services that you need.
Not only that, but you're having. I would say that the majority of people that are parents are dealing with childhood traumas that are neglected, that they just transfer their trauma onto the kid, and it's just
they vicariously try to live through their child too. Like what I didn't do in my childhood, I'm gonna make sure my kid does it. But it's true, Estelle, what you just said. It's a really important key that a lot of times there's some people that have children because they want to fulfill that void that they have from their childhood.
Yeah.
Where they didn't get their needs met, they didn't get that love, or that's what I'm saying. I don't have children. I don't know that experience of like, oh my God, like now I know real love. No, I know real love differently. That doesn't make me any less than any person that has a child or doesn't. But a lot of people still have trauma from their own childhood that it's repressed, and then when they have their children, that sometimes unconsciously comes out and it gets projected onto that child.
Yeah.
And then that child grows up wondering, what the fuck? You think you're being a good parent, but if you're not able to recognize, like, fuck, I'm a fucked up parent because I haven't dealt with my own shit, because children hear and see and perceive everything and more than what we think they do.
Yeah, they're sponges.
Too much. They will come up with some shit that you're like, dang. But also, muchas personas, there's a lot of moms that will have children to just fulfill the shit that they didn't get to fulfill before, you know, like all these fucking beauty queen pageant moms and all this shit. I'm like,
to be the little Barbies.
like, there's clearly something going on with you, lady.
Not only that, but I mean, some people have on both sides. They have kids to keep the relationship fucking together. I mean, good housekeeping had articles in the 50s that would tell women, if your marriage is fucked, and it's have a kid. Kid brings everybody together.
Oh, shit.
So I mean, I think maybe our culture also had those kind of mentalities where they thought that, you know.
Well, our culture has a mentality that you're a ride or die no matter what.
Yeah.
You know, that with marriage, it's ride or die for no matter what, like for better or worse. And that was one of the, once again, it's another topic, but that was one of the conversations I was having with a friend. I'm like, our moms and our grandmothers and our great grandmothers our culture teaches us that when you're married is like for life, better or worse. But my thing is like, the worst shouldn't be constant cheating that I have to put up with.
Yeah.
The worst shouldn't be physical abuse that I have to be putting up with. The worst is
Any
like
kind of abuse,
is if my significant other has an accident and can't walk anymore.
Yeah.
And then I have to take the lead in like providing, and that's the worst.
Yeah.
You know, pero aguantando pinches putazos y infidelidades.
Yo me voy a echar unas chelas y me vale verga. le dijo mi primo a su mujer.
Shit like that, you know? But por eso digo, like, sometimes people have their ideas or judgments on people like ourselves that choose not to have children. And there's nothing wrong with people that do have children. No, that's not. Pero así como yo no te juzgo.
¿Qué te hicimos?
Así como yo no te juzgo de que tú seas una mamá o un papá, no me juzgues por yo decidir a lo opuesto, the opposite, you know, because I know, I'm an apple that doesn't fall far from the tree, you know, and I have my own fucking issues that, I'm 41 and I'm still like trying to figure shit out.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
okay.
Still
Like
trying to figure
I
shit
feel
out. Like, where does this fucking trauma come from? Where does this
is why I
insecurity
can't
come
be president, bro.
I honestly think that that's a lifelong. I don't think you ever figure it out.
No. But understanding of like, where does this sense of insecurity towards certain things come from? You know, what are the things that my parents did in raising me that I want to do differently? Not because I want to raise other children, but because I want to do things differently for myself, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
but getting there está cabrón.
The problem too, Noelia, I feel is that people also blame their parents for their shit. And it's like, you have to come to the realization that it's not your fault that you went through that shit, but it's your responsibility to take care of it and move on from it.
Yeah. And, you know, exactly, because I there was a lot of growing up, you know, my mom was a certain way about certain things, and it wasn't until I had a conversation with her, a whole heart-to-heart one, where I was like, I'm telling you all this shit so I could get it off of my chest so I don't have resentment towards you anymore. Because I don't want to have that resentment towards you, because now that I'm an adult, I want to have a different relationship with you. You know? And I think that was like 10 years ago or 11 years ago that I had that talk with her, and that helped me understand her issues. And then it helped me understand my issues that maybe I still have, but it helped our relationship.
How important is that, dude? Because I went through the same shit where I didn't speak for my dad for like 8 years. It was like, this guy's dead to me. I don't give a shit. He's the one that fucked me up. My life shit because of him. This and that. And then, you know, then I thought about it like, I know his story, but I don't know his story. So I started looking into it and asking him all these questions. And when he was telling me, you know, what he wanted to do, how his life, then everything made sense to me. It's like, okay, this guy did the best he could with what he had. And I put myself in his shoes, and I thought to myself, like, dude, I would have done the same shit. The other day, I was asking him, like, ¿por qué era tan corajudo usted, jefe? Fuck, dude.
¿Por qué odiaba la vida tanto?
Si lo ves ahorita, dude, calmado el señor, like, en veces le doy el chisme a las de la North, que no, este güey era bien corajudo, que lo ven todo sweet. Nah, ¿cómo? And I told him, I was at time, ¿por qué era tan corajudo usted cuando estaba joven? Like, I already know details. And he was like, pues he was telling me que at work he had a lot of pressure too. Like, he was working at a place where they had to meet a certain quota to produce these parts that they were producing. And sometimes the other guys, when they would fuck up with the machine, so he won't reach his quota. There was a lot of like fucking envidia. And to the point where he told me that one time he actually took a gun to work and his plan was to shoot that fucking guy that was
Fucking up.
that was fucking with him, and there was his genius idea was that there was railroad tracks in the back y que ahí lo iba a aventar. This is my dad's telling me this
Shit.
like if I'm asking him cómo quedó la selección, que se le ganó
Very nonchalantly.
que
Like,
se le ganaron a El Salvador la selección, güey. This is how he was talking to me. And me, I was not making a big deal about it, but I was gathering information like, okay, this fucking guy was that fucked up when I was a kid
stressed out, man.
that he fucking actually took a gun to work and he was actually going to shoot this dude, pero que he thought about it, y se calmó, and I'm thinking like, wow, dude, like, yeah, he was
because
fucked.
that fucker was fucking with your dad's livelihood. You're
Yeah.
fucking up my job. And that's the thing too, que, por ejemplo, ahorita dijiste, like, now that I know his story, I asked my parents, this, that, because I just want to understand their experience.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, it's like our parents immigrated here, all the racism they had to deal with, the discrimination, the language barrier, working fucking 13-hour job with no benefits, no nothing. You got to show up or you're fucking done. And then this guy's fucking with his livelihood. So the rancho mentality, your dad still had it, or maybe still has it. Same with my dad. Él es el pinche machetes.
Este güey lo va a matar.
My dad was with the machete.
Lo va a matar.
Yeah. My dad.
Y como no hay pila en Gardena, lo va a
Yeah.
poner en los train tracks.
And back then there was no cameras. There was nothing. So that's why it's like, it's good to start asking our parents.
In
stories.
2021, some fucking güerita on a crime show would have solved that mystery, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, his plan was flawed, way.
Yeah.
The railroad tracks are right there, where he would have been caught, like, right away. Le dije, todos ahorita tuviera pinches tatuajes de la pinta.
Yeah.
But I was just surprised that, like, the more I asked, the more I get to know him,
Yeah.
like, the more things
But then,
come up.
yeah. And then, for example, también con mi dad, like, he had gone to Mexico, like, he went to Mexico on the fucking, what is that holiday? The 4th of July, because he hates fireworks.
Yeah.
Y mi mom dijo, no, lo voy a mandar allá, porque no lo aguanto.
Get him
aquí."
out of
Why does he hate it? The
He
noise?
just hates the loudness.
Y los perritos pobrecitos
Yeah,
también,
pobrecitos. Por eso mi mamá le hace, no, tu papá está peor que los perros. I'm gonna send them away.
Oh, shit.
So in his trip over there to Mexico, he found a relative of his, que era primo de mi grandpa. So, and toda esa, they reconnected and everything. So then I started asking him stuff about my grandma and my grandpa and his grandparents and this and that and all this shit, because I'm just like, I need to understand, or at least try to have some sense of understanding where my dad comes from and why he is the way he is.
Yeah.
Because in understanding him and in understanding my mom, I have a sense of understanding of myself.
Yeah.
Because, dude, that's why I tell people, bitch, if you hate your mom, you better be careful because you're on your way to becoming her.
Yeah.
If you hate your dad, you better be careful because
She's getting real in here. Right?
Well, it goes back to what we were saying, that you raise your kids, if you're a parent, the way you
cycle.
were. Yeah.
Yeah. So
just an
a
endless
lot.
loop.
Yeah. So that's why a lot of times we have young parents that don't set discipline because the way they were disciplined was very abusive. So to them, the word discipline is abuse. So that's why you have a lot of kids that do get away with shit.
Mm-hmm.
They do get away with stuff. But the point is that que yo trato de entender a mis parents so that I can have a sense of understanding myself too, because I'm like, every day I'm reminding myself, I am my father's daughter.
Yeah.
I am my mother's daughter, and I'm not far from becoming them.
Oh, yeah.
So I need to break certain things that I feel will not be productive for me. You know, my prejudice, like, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I'll be fucking sitting and I'll judge people like, bitch, you crazy. Bitch, you
we all
crazy.
judge people all the
Fool,
time.
you stupid. Like, shut the fuck. Pero, then I take a step back, I'm like, where's that judgment coming from? Like, take a look at yourself. I'm like, why are you judging?
And then you contemplate and you're like, yeah, that guy's still stupid.
Yeah, exactly. Then I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not
I'm
judging.
still right.
I'm not judging. I'm calling it out as it is.
These are
Es
facts.
un pinche pendejo.
Well, I'm a firm believer, and this is my opinion, way, porque también I'm sure fucking people won't agree. Pero I'm a firm believer that you shouldn't even like think of having kids before, I would say 30, but maybe I'll drop it to like the mid 20s, like when you're still in that age, especially like we don't live in a society anymore where you die at 40 or even 50 or anything, way.
Yeah.
We live a fucking pretty long life now, way. I mean, relative, not to the past. So in your 20s, you still want to party, you still want to do this, you're still fucking dealing with all these traumas, way, and you potentially will into your 30s, 40s, 50s.
Yeah.
But even like growing up, I told myself like at a pretty young age, way, I'm not gonna think about kids before 30 way. And I did a pretty good job of fucking sticking to that way. Even
How
though
old were you when your first child was born?
how old am I? Like I was like 35 maybe.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying, like, I consciously thought, even before I knew if I wanted or didn't want children, even in my 20s and even in my 30s, I wasn't sold on either side, you know? I wasn't sold on either way. But I had told myself, like literally, like in my teens, I won't even think about that shit before 30 way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what anybody says or fucking any girl wants. In my cards, it's not before Thursday.
But yeah, I mean, the thing is that you're talking as a male way, because women have that biological clock thing that they're thinking about having kids before 30, and that's something that they obsess over way.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the problem. If you're obsessing over it, you're already starting on a bad foot way. It shouldn't come from an obsession way. It's like anything way. If you obsess over something way, it's never going to be exactly what you want way. You always be disappointed most of the fucking 90% of the time way.
Yeah.
Like you wanted it so bad that by the time you get it, you're like, it's not.
I mean,
not what I thought it was.
Let's be honest. A lot of people do things because they don't want to be judged by other people. And having kids, raising a family, getting married, all that is structures that are set in place that you want to fucking check off because you don't want people talking shit. You don't want people saying what's wrong with you. Why don't you have kids? ¿Por qué no estás casado? And it comes back to what she was saying, that, you know, you fucking stick through marriages no matter what. A lot of that is because you don't want to be criticized by the primos, the tias, the vecinos. And so people live their lives pleasing other people.
And a lot of that también is you pleasing them from a religious sense.
Yeah.
Because you're never getting married in the church again, right? You know, fucking your mom's going to tell you for sure.
Yeah.
Si te divorcias, no te puedes casar otra vez en la iglesia. And that's the one that counts, not that fucking paper from the state.
Yeah. That's the one that counts.
Yeah.
Because you're doing things by God's way.
Yeah. So there's that's a big part of it. But like the kid thing I was talking about too, like I've noticed, like the ones we're talking about, the special needs kids.
Yeah.
Like if you still want to do so much with your life in your 20s and you have now the special needs kid, it's that much harder way, because you thought in my 20s, even with a kid, I'm going to do this.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to travel with my kid.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do this. If once you get maybe like, even like maybe 30, even older, that you've done some of those things, at least you relieve some of that burden off, you know?
Yeah.
Like now you have the special ed kid, but yeah, you also don't have that dream of going to New York or Paris because maybe you already went there, you know? So yeah, maybe it's tough to go with the kid. Maybe I can figure this out, but you don't have that subconscious added pressure, please, you know?
And that also affects the way you parent, because now you hold this kid like it's his fault or her fault that I can't fucking go to fucking New York, or I can't do this, and I don't know if that's even healthy, man. You start getting into it, and it comes off where even though it's something that you internally think, you know, kids are smart. Not only do they pick up things that you say, but also they can feel it. I mean, I remember as a kid feeling certain things, you know, like not being wanted.
You don't understand it, but you feel it.
I wasn't planned, and when your parents tell you that, like you feel it, like even though like you feel like, man, well, I wasn't wanted, like why am I here?
Yeah.
And so it does affect you as an adult, man, and it just, I don't know, man. I feel like it's a disservice to your life not to fucking ask questions and figure your shit out, because it's nobody's fucking responsibility to fucking you get into these fucking relationships where you think that your spouse, your chick, your dude is your fucking therapist, and all your fucking issues.
Oh, shit.
like, dude.
Ding, 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 ding,
no,
ding,
but
ding,
what I'm
ding,
saying
ding.
is like,
Yep.
like me personally, I'm in a relationship right now, but if I was to be single again, and you didn't work on your shit, I don't give a fuck what you look like. I don't give a fuck. I'm not your fucking therapist.
Yep.
Like, figure out your shit on your own.
Dude.
Like, don't live in the fucking past. Like, fuck,
and that's
dude.
an issue that I've had in relationships, where I've had to tell the person that I was with that I'm like, I'm not your fucking counselor. Maybe it came out wrong. I did try to say it correctly.
Well, that's why we love you, dude.
I've worked
That's why we love you.
Definitely said it wrong.
You're fucking sugar's bad for you. I'm not sugarcoating shit.
I'm not. Pero it all comes
No
from
soy tu butterfinger.
But the intention is always to be like, I'm still here for you. Pero ese siempre fue una my thing was like, I'm not your therapist, dude. I'm not your counselor. I'm not your life coach. I'm your partner.
Yeah.
I'm not here to help. I cannot help you process your traumas.
Yeah.
I can't help you process why you hate your fucking mom.
Yeah.
I can't process why you hate your fucking dad or your siblings or why. No, I cannot process that with you. I'm here to support you in you going to a professional so they can help you unpack all this shit.
Yeah.
Because in you unpacking your shit with me, it's going to make me unpack my shit. And then you got two motherfuckers that are just going to be figuring out, what do we do with all this unpacked bullshit?
It's crazy.
Way.
No, it is. That's why these
And
relationships...
it's a problem.
It's a lot of maletas.
And it's a problem
lot
because
of
this is the
maletas,
thing.
bro. Yeah.
That's a...
El otro día escuché una cosa, a thing que decía, dating in your 40s is like going to a thrift shop and trying to pick the least raggedy shit. And I'm like, you know what? I would be the leather jacket with the holes in it. Pero ese es el problema that we go once back to. It all relates. Some people end up having children to fulfill a need. Some people get into relationships to fulfill a void. And that's why I'm the sense like, I'm not trying to look for a partner to fulfill a void. I want that partner to add value to what I already have.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that want...
By value, she means terreno.
Pero que
By
se-
value, she means properly
Oye, güey,
valued.
pero que se laven el terreno, güey. Because apparently there's a lot of people that don't wash their terreno.
That's what I heard,
Ay, güey.
man.
Pero it goes back to that in
Yeah.
relationships, like I can't be your therapist. I mean, I
I'm
can hear
definitely
you
at
out.
fault for all this, man. I don't know how anybody puts up with me.
I can hear you out, but I can't help you resolve those underlying traumas.
Yeah.
And a lot of partners end up getting mad or being like, well, you don't fucking love me. You don't care about me. I'm like, all right, bitch, then all right.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm trying to be as calm as this, but I am not your therapist. I'm not getting paid for this shit.
Yeah.
You know? No me estás pagando para escuchar tus traumas. I'm here to support you. I'm here to empathize because I've had my own traumas.
Yeah.
But I can't expect you, Esteban, to help me figure out why I have issues with like certain type of things. You know?
No, I mean, I would be...
Or you, Fernando.
but it is like...
I got pedals with all this.
you want your partner to help you unpack it and kind of like resolve it that way, but not be like that.
Yeah.
Fucking,
No,
like,
yeah.
I'm nothing with that person.
Yeah.
Okay,
Porque hay
Dick.
unas cosas que sí, obviamente, in a partnership or relationship, whatever you want to call it. Let's just say, I come with trust issues.
Yeah.
That's a given. I'm gonna come into a situation with trust issues. All right, we can work on that.
Yeah.
You do your part, I do my part. But then there's underlying shit that is just, where do the trust issues come from? And then those are the issues that you have to resolve on your own.
Yeah.
Professionally.
Yeah.
Because I can't resolve them with my partner. Because if I have trust issues in partnerships, that means I have a trust issue already, and we can't fix it.
But Noelia, there's still a stigma with men going to therapy, men fucking...
Yeah, no, for sure.
And you know what?
Men
This-
going
Even
to
with
the
females
fucking...
too. No, there's stigma with females too.
but you know what,
Or going to get a
Noelia?
pedicure.
I feel like...
Scrub.
That's the right one, no?
I feel like guys, especially, where we need to learn the difference between being vulnerable and being weak, because we associate being vulnerable with being weak, and we put in our heads that we're man, we're this, we're that. We can't be.
We don't
weak.
need that shit.
But you have to be. You can't be courageous. You can't be fucking this without being vulnerable, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a difference between being vulnerable and being weak, and
But it goes back to that's where we have to break those things that we've been conditioned to believe, because that comes from our culture.
yeah.
That comes from our parents.
Siendo hombre.
Dude, my mom fucking still thinks Jesus is her therapist. And I
If it works
tell
for
her like,
Yeah, that's a good point, though,
if
también, right?
That's what I learned though
Yeah.
Dude, Fernie, that's what I learned. I'm like, you know what? If that works for her, I cannot convince her that talking to an actual person is gonna. I'm not gonna convince her. I'm just gonna tell her my perspective. Because my thing is like, ma, Jesucristo no va a venir a ayudarle con su trama ahorita. Jesucristo no va a tener una plática con usted. Y like, no, like, but whatever, to each his own, you know? To each his own. But I think a lot of that, what you're saying, like weakness and vulnerability, is things that we've been conditioned to believe. So we have to change that frame of thought. But it takes a lot to change something that we've been hearing for 30 plus years.
And
More than that.
More than that.
I have more of like a male perspective in our community, and I feel like what I've noticed with this podcast, because of like the DMs that I get from guys out there, that no, the thing is that, you know, with everything that's going on, you know, we get somehow put in the same bracket as a white male, like because we're male, and so we're told that you have it easy, you make more money, like you this, you're that. So what you have is you have all these guys that, you know, we have traumas, but our traumas diminish because we're not validated. Like, yeah, it's okay to feel like that. And so we just suppress everything, and we don't talk about it because we're told that, you know, we have it made, you have it easy. You have it better. And I don't feel like that's a great service to our community. And I try to be neutral because obviously women go through a lot of shit, way more shit than we do. But that doesn't mean that guys shouldn't be validated that there's traumas and there's things that...
Yeah, on the other side too, from women, you'll get the will fucking man up.
Some women.
I know what I'm saying, but like in general, pues.
Yeah.
Like you say, oh, bro, I'm dealing with this and this. Well, man up.
Yeah.
That's a society thing. Hey,
Yeah.
well, man up. And you're like, well, I'm trying
What does that mean?
we're like, what the fuck?
El otro día I was seeing this thing on YouTube, and it's these two guys that have their channel or whatever, but they had a female on the show, and the girl was saying, okay, one of the things that she would do in her relationship that was toxic was that if her dude had shared something very, very vulnerable, like let's say, like, when I was younger, I was abused, blah, 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 blah. The female said, I would use that as a dagger.
Yeah.
When I was mad over that shit.
Yeah.
And then the guy said, well, that's why we don't say shit.
No.
That's why we don't talk about shit with you ladies, because the minute you have the ability to use that as ammo, you're going to use it and you're going to be cruel. And I was like, that's true.
Yeah.
Because I've been in those situations where someone confided in me, like very, in a relationship, someone shared very sensitive, like vulnerable shit. And I'm like, damn. And in an argument that was their fault, I threw
right
that
away.
No, it was their fault. I'll take ownership when I'm in fault.
Right away.
I don't know.
I threw
Not
out.
when you say it like that.
There's two sides. There's three. There's two sides and then the truth.
Yeah. Well, the truth is out there somewhere. But in my case,
Mulder will find it at some point.
yo sí le aventé una pinche, like, ¿cómo se dice? A low
dagger,
blow.
bro?
Like, oh, see, you're going to come at me that way? Well, you ain't shit because A, B, C, and D.
Shit.
Now, granted, después de la situación, I was like, fuck, I fucked up. And, I won't do it again. I didn't do it again. But that was what the dudes that I was watching in the video were saying. Like, that's why dudes don't say shit. Because when we finally are vulnerable to tell you something, you're going to use that against us. And then once you do that, we're done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y también, from a guy point of view, también, güey.
Yeah.
I think we view it similar way. Like, you get a little vulnerable with your compa, and una de esas que se la están cagando uno al otro, that's just gonna fly out también, güey.
Yeah. Ir a este güey le tocaron el terreno.
I know, güey.
Y bien sensible.
Even if it might not happen, it's in your head, no?
Yeah.
For sure, it's in your head.
Yeah.
But
This is just ammo, güey.
Yeah, but it's just all that, like, in our homes, like, no, aquí, you duke it out, so that you survive, you do what you can with what you have, and you pray to Jesus, and that's it.
Well,
There's no, like, or go to the priest.
Yeah.
Go to the priest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that thing you're talking about is like that older Bill Burr joke where that he got all shit for, that he's like, yeah, I'm not against fucking beating your woman, but you gotta think, what did she say?
Fucking asshole.
We need to trust all women? Really? All of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
but I
it's-
mean, have you tried going to therapy?
Yeah.
Yeah. ¿Y qué fue tu experiencia?
It was helpful. I mean, it helped me unpack things because it goes back to what we were saying. Like, we're vulnerable to our people, and then they're not licensed therapists. Historically, we give each other terrible advice. Just fucking this, or just do the best you can, shit like that.
Man up.
And it doesn't work. You get more frustrated. So that's why it's important to go to somebody like that that's trained, that'll unpack it and not
Help you process it.
help me process
Yeah.
it. What
They're like like a shaman in a way. No, they guide you
Yeah,
through that trauma way.
I don't like traditional therapy. I prefer more like hypnotherapy.
Oh, okay.
So that's the route I took, and
Yeah.
it just what helped me is it made me this person made me like put a list of traumas that I could remember, and so when I put a list of traumas, then the other section was how does it make me feel. So obviously everything was negative. So my traumas, that even though like our memory is fucked, a lot of the shit that we think happened didn't happen like that, but that's what we tell ourselves.
Because it's our experience.
So
It's our point of view.
So what he did is he made me, instead of associate those experiences with negativity, he made me associate them with what I learned from them. So now when I recap a situation that traumatized me, now instead of having that emotion of like fuck, it's like, oh yeah, well that
What was
made
the
me
lesson?
this person.
What's the lesson?
Yeah,
in it?
fuck
What's the
yeah.
lesson?
Give me more traumas.
Yeah,
kind of shit.
no more.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
No more traumas.
we can't coast.
But it's
I don't mind. I don't mind going through shit. You have
It's
to go
true.
through shit.
I don't mind coasting.
No, I don't like coasting.
No, and it's true
Coasting
because
is not you're not gonna be happy with.
Nah, for sure.
Coasting is just nothing. Like everything's.
everything to surface.
Yeah,
Like, you just want everything
have to go
fucking-
through shit.
You don't want drama with like suppose like, but for
Yeah.
real, like just
It doesn't
fucking-
exist.
Yeah, it doesn't
Well, it's
exist.
como los
It's not a real thing.
icebergs, you know? It's an iceberg. We're all iceberg. You only see the tip of the underlying bullshit.
you only
we all
see
got.
the
You want to see the punta?
Del terrenito.
el terrenito.
Pero,
You're like, yeah, you can go over there by the terreno.
yeah. A ver, nomás la puntita. Nomás la puntita. I don't want to see the rest of your bullshit. Just the tip of it.
I know.
Pero,
Todo dentro o nada afuera.
no, but that's true what you're saying. Like,
You don't know
know
it's a grower.
now with our traumas, it's like...
Not a shower, girl.
Now with the traumas, it's like, okay, I went through this shit. It sucks. It still sucks. But somebody told me close to my village, my circle, my tribe,
Right, right.
that as hard as it is what I'm going through, they're like, try to retrain your mind into seeing what is the lesson here. What am I supposed to learn from this? You know, as scary as it is, as traumatic as it's been, as fucked up and anxiety induced, as everything as it is,
That should happen. Yeah.
it's like, what is the lesson here? What is the universe and Buddha and the saints and the angels and all these higher spiritual
Jesus.
beings, all these higher beings, what is it trying to teach me?
Yeah.
You know? And I think with trauma, like you said, like what is the lesson in it? It sucks. It sucks the things
What
that
happened?
we've been
Like
through
I'm
as
saying, yeah.
children, the shit that we grew up with. But como dices tú, like we then at a certain point in our lives, we are the ones responsible to change that shit.
Yeah. Of
I
course.
can't be mad at my dad.
Yeah.
I can't be mad at my mom.
Now that
For
you know,
fucking
now
what?
that you know their story.
No, for fucking what? And
Yeah.
even if I didn't know their story, it's like, I gotta change things, you know?
Yeah, but if you didn't know their story,
Yeah.
it's their fault.
Yeah.
Like you
But
don't.
it's because yo tomé, and once again, it's not like, oh, nya, 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 nya. No, that was my decision that I wanted to learn their story and their experience so that I can just understand why I do certain things a certain way.
But I
you
think
know?
your field of profession helped you go that journey
Yeah,
and made you
that
think
too.
like, hey, you know what? Maybe I should look into this because not everybody has that mentality.
Exactly. And it's not easy. It's not easy. That's why it's like, I'm not saying this shit's to be like, oh, everybody should do it. No, what works for you works for you. What works for me works for me. I decided that I'm like, I don't want to be mad at my mom about certain things. I don't want to be mad at my dad about certain things, Now that they're getting older, my thing was like, I'm a grown-ass woman. I want to understand my mom as a grown-ass woman.
Yeah.
I want to be able to have conversations with my mom as a friend and as a female and then see her as a mom sometimes,
Yeah.
Porque now, no, yeah, for real. Now I'm like, I'll have conversations with her and sometimes she'll be having conversations. I'm like, whoa, I don't want to know about that lady.
Yeah.
She'll be
Oh,
watching
shit.
some shit on YouTube. El otro día llegué a la casa and of course there was no food. Hasta algo de comer. But she had this YouTube channel and it was these two old ladies talking about sex.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, ew.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like,
I thought your mom part was at the end. It sounds like your mom part is the stop.
My mom, she was all like, I'm like, ew. But then I'm like, you know what? Let me just go hang out with her and see what the fuck she's watching. Ay, ma, ¿qué está viendo? Ay, mira, es que están hablando de esto y esto otro y que la chingada. Whatever. But now I'm in that space of being able to.
Well, they weren't able to explore their sexuality
No,
as far as
no.
like men or women.
No.
Especially the women. I mean, I feel like they're definitely our parents' generation.
They got married and they were just stuck with whatever they had. Con el terreno que les tocó.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
There was no
fucking-
guide to getting it on.
I was gonna say Noelia walked in and his mom was like, ¿sabías que ira aquí le dicen el terreno? Oh, mom, no.
Yeah.
Like, ew.
I mean,
Yeah.
that whole finding yourself, it's not like Instagram, dude. It's not you're sitting on a rock at Griffith Park with a cool fucking quotation.
No.
It's fucking dark.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough. I mean,
It's because the thing is, too, what you see on Instagram is just the picture of the person sitting on the
highlights.
edge. You don't see them walking up the fucking mountain or
Yeah, that's a good
fucking
point.
bigotoras tiradas ahí, like, drag me.
Yeah.
That's why I don't go hiking, Dick.
You don't see the chopper they paid to take him up there.
No, I'm not going to pay for no chopper to bring me down.
yeah.
No, if I go hiking, I take it in baby steps. Like, literally, 10 steps at a time.
Right.
10 steps. Ya todos están ahí arriba. I'm like, hey, Salúdenme a Jesucristo de allá arriba, por
They're already
favor.
taking their IG photos up there.
Yeah, they're already like, hey, allá estoy tirada.
Why isn't Noelia in the early pictures?
Because I don't know. First of all, I don't want pictures. I don't like to take pictures.
Llegó tarde.
Y pues llegué tarde, baby steps, baby steps.
You gotta go figure out that camera fucking issue, bro.
Yeah. But
Talk
then
to your
you went
therapist.
how long did you go to therapy for?
I still go.
Okay, good. How often do you go?
Maybe like once a month.
Okay.
Oh shit,
Okay.
that's pretty good.
How long did you...
I just came to the realization that it's never gonna end. It's a lifelong.
Yeah.
Once you realize that, hey, because we do things a means to an end. There's always like, I do this because I want that. I do that because this for me. I don't know. Maybe everybody's different, but to me, it's one of those things where
It's constant.
there's no ending. Like, and I'm perfectly happy with knowing that it's a lifelong thing.
There's no ending because as you get older, you're doing things differently to take care of your body, to take care of your spirit, to take care of your emotions, and to take care of your mental well-being. And that's it's never going to stop.
Yeah.
Maybe the way you take care of yourself will be different. Maybe in like 5 years from now, you won't need to be seeing someone every so often.
Yeah.
Because whatever that therapist is teaching, you're going to start applying it.
Yeah.
But you're always going to have to be checking in with yourself all the time, checking in with your emotions, checking in with your thoughts. Like, why am I feeling this? Where is that coming from? And why am I thinking this? That's making me feel this way.
Hey, wait.
And how is that affecting my body and my spirit?
Yeah. No. I mean,
I don't got time for that shit. No, that one doesn't fit in here. Aquí
Just
entra
say
este.
it.
Aquí llega este.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm a little bit like in the trenches where it's not I feel it. It's just I don't associate those feelings with I. It's more like it's more like not I feel anxiety. There's anxiety there. Why? That's how my train of thought is now. So I completely rewired the way that I process things. So it's not I am depressed. You're not depressed. I cannot be depressed. I is different than a feeling. So it's more like there's depression there. Why is it there? It's more the way how I process things now.
There's separation there. Yeah, because I mean, I tried therapy a few times. Yeah, a few years ago, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. For some reason, it probably was because I wasn't ready, and I would argue I'm still not ready. Pero I think I went into it with that mindset, like I wasn't really there to fix my trauma. I was there for other reasons. ¿Me entiendes?
Yeah.
And even when I sat down, I feel like I didn't give all the information. Like I was still holding back, so I wasn't really ready.
That's your ego, bro.
Yeah, probably.
Well, the thing is that you have to realize that we don't want to change weight.
Yeah.
We don't want to really lose weight. We don't want to change. That's work. Who wants to do all that shit? So once you realize that you really don't want to change, then you can start kind of processing.
Or maybe it's like you do want to change, you just don't want to do the work. People want to change, they just don't want to do the work. And I'll tell you that because when I went to therapy, it was a long time ago. I was having a lot of fucking issues. And I went to the therapist, and I was just like, hey, we didn't connect. And it was my first time going to a therapist.
Yeah.
We didn't really connect. She was very... I just felt like, bitch, you're too young to be telling me shit. I don't give a fuck how much education you have.
Yeah.
I don't care because I've worked with doctors, people with doctorates who don't know how to fucking use a copy machine.
Yeah.
So that's how I felt when I went. I was very like...
Judgy?
Very judgy, very defensive.
Yeah.
I did that the first time too.
Yeah, I was very defensive because in my head I was like, I'm here because people tell me I need therapy.
Yeah.
Ándale.
Pero ella sí, I think she picked up on it because right away she's like, how about we see each other every 2 weeks? And I told her, why every 2 weeks? I'm angry now. And I'm going to be angry tomorrow. And the day before after. And, and so I went in being very defensive, but also wanting the process to happen already so I could get over it. I didn't want to do the work.
Flip the switch.
Yeah, I don't want to do the work. I'm just here because I want you to tell me some shit that might resonate, and then I could run with it and fix it myself.
Yeah.
So I wasn't ready for therapy.
Yeah.
Right now I'm in the process of, trying to do my homework and figure out, write my list of shit that I need to address.
Yeah.
Pero then it's this process of finding that therapist that you connect with. Because just because they're therapists doesn't mean you're going to connect with them.
No, it's like it's like a restaurant.
No, some people are okay with the whole calm talking and, let's talk about that. Like, where does that come from, Esteban?
That's why I don't like traditional
and then there's those that'll be like, well, you gave me all this shit. Let's break it down.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck, and it's okay if you don't want to come back anymore. But we're gonna do this dirty. We're gonna get nitty gritty dirty. Y hay una gente que le gusta eso. So it's like that's why it's good that there's different approaches to therapy now. There's holistic therapy. There's now this thing called rapid eye movement where it's like they're working with something with the eye.
Yeah.
Then there's cognitive therapy. There's cognitive therapy is the one where it really gets into your mind, into the center of the trauma, and then it just
there's a lot with
retraining,
like the MAPS organization that's working with like MDMA with veterans with post traumatic stress disorder. So they're guided sessions, like they're using some of them use ayahuasca, shit like that. It's not for everybody. Like this is not for everybody, but like to your point is there's different ways of achieving the same thing.
Yeah.
And I think part of the problem, I mean, at least speaking from my experience, like maybe not, I don't think that now, but I'm young, but I think there's people like our age that still think the same way. And it goes like to what Nolio saying that you think you go to therapy and they're going to tell you how to fix it. Like you're going to go in there to get advice and they're going to tell you the steps to fix it, where it's more like we were saying, it's more on unpacking. They kind of walk you through it and like kind of like the ones that the shamans, like I was saying, that walk you through the trip way, like in a safe path. They do that and you go in thinking, fix it. Like, tell me what I'm supposed to do. And that's not how it works.
No, it's not like just taking a pill.
Well, you're not taking your car to get an oil change. Like it's a lifelong, I see it like I'm in recovery for the rest of my life and I'm perfectly happy with it, because I feel like we put a lot of pressure that, I need to have the answers. Like I realize I don't know shit. I tell myself all the time, I'm just a fucking idiot that's trying to figure shit out. And that's not belittling myself.
No.
That took a lot of pressure off of myself, knowing that I don't have to know everything. I don't have to have the solutions to everything. I just have to be mindful and I have to be, aware of the situation, because the awareness is really important. Just to be aware, like I said earlier, like there's anxiety there. Why? Not I feel anxiety. Like that little shift right there. The other shift is, if you're going through something that was traumatic, like at the moment or in your childhood, you can either say that it's happening to me or it's happening for me. If you say it's happening for you, then there's a lesson that needs to be unpacked there. But when it's happening to you, it's like, man, it's pretty selfish. Like, it's pretty selfish when you start thinking. Like, I realized for myself that my social anxiety was selfish. Like, for me, anxiety was selfish, because why am I being anxious in the situation? Because I'm thinking about myself. Like, if I go to a party, I would have social anxiety, and I had to unpack that. Why do I feel anxiety? Because I'm worried about what they're going to think about me. I'm worried about how they're going to judge me. I'm worried about, so everything was selfish. And when I realized that my anxiety came from being selfish, it was like, wait, I don't have to think about it all about me. Like, and then the depression was the same thing for me. When I realized that my depression was selfish, what do I don't have? What do I need? Why me? Everything was me. I feel like it's really important. Like they tell you, like when you're depressed, to go donate your time to help, because now you're putting it's for somebody else. It's not what you want. It's not what you need. And that was really important for me. Obviously, it's not for everybody. But once I realized that my depression and my anxiety is selfish, then it just made everything a lot easier for myself,
Yeah. But it almost sounds like what you're talking about is more, it's emotional as opposed to chemical.
There's different forms of depression. Yeah. Of course. That's why it was important for me to say for me.
Yeah, no.
Because I'm not saying that SSRIs are bad. It helps a shit ton of people.
Yeah.
I'm not a fucking therapist. I'm not here to say that, the way I do things. I should say that fortunately for me, it wasn't a chemical imbalance.
Yeah.
It was more of a shift of perspective.
Yeah.
It was a mindset.
Yeah, it's a mindset. And that's what I'm saying. Like, no, there's there's that depression where it's like, oh, I don't want to do shit today and everything. But then when that becomes a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month of just having that feeling, even though you're trying to do the things that is recommended, like go do something that's gonna, some people don't even have that energy, and that's why I'm like, it's a chemical thing, maybe, it's a chemical imbalance where something is going on inside that they can't control.
Yeah.
Porque yo también he tenido situaciones where I get that anxiety. I get that social anxiety. That's why I'd be like, I don't want to be, don't take pictures of me. Don't fucking do this. Don't do that. I don't want to be around people. I don't know where that comes from. Cause you know how social I've been. You know how like, que pinche desmadre. And it's not even like, oh, I'm trying to.
But even those days were you still forcing yourself to be social?
No. I think that the anxiety of being in a social setting, that anxiety that's affecting my peace of mind or my peace of energy or whatever, it's there. But then once I'm in the setting, it kind of just like, bitch, you're already here. Bitch, be cool.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, be cool. Channel Saint Samuel. Bitch, be cool. Like, calm down. You ain't that fucking important. Nobody gives a shit about what the fuck you're doing here.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Like, it's all in your head. That's why I'm like, in that sense, it's like, that sense of anxiety, it's more manageable because you're being aware of what the fuck is doing.
And I should say that mindset is also with therapy behind it. It's not just that shift, because it's important to take care of the shit that I had from my past, which I still have traumas that I'm working on.
Yeah.
So it's not easy. Like this takes fucking lifelong journey, dude. So I'm not trying to simplify it saying like, oh, it's just fucking I'm selfish. No, that's also
going and help people. No,
that's also with therapy. That's also with fucking, not only that, that's also with meditation. That's also with doing my own work, reading shit. I mean, it's not just that. So I mean,
it wasn't a switch. In other words,
no, it's not, dude. It's hard. And I hope people from this conversation understand that it's okay if you feel fucking what you're feeling right now, that you don't have that motivation, but just know that there's people out there like us and fucking the majority of people in this fucking world, that all we're doing is we're dealing with traumas that
the whole world's fucking traumatized. We're burning up right now.
The whole world,
El mundo se está quemando.
There was a fucking ocean on fire. Wait, no mames.
My fucking terreno's on fire. It's hot in here.
What the fuck is
My terreno.
Now you took my whole terreno and just ruined it.
It's great, el terreno.
Ruined it. Dije, yo quiero un tío.
It used to be el sartén, but el terreno.
El terreno sounds better, eh?
Yo quiero un tío con terreno. Guascales terrenos. I'm like, no, with acres and shit.
Which also is a comedy. Also, laughter is really important in the healing. I mean, I use comedy and laughter, and I gotta make jokes of my traumas. I mean,
Well, I remember when we were younger. I mean, because we're all the same age. Cuando, like in my 20s, I remember hearing like, oh, comedians are the most depressed people.
I heard
they're
about
the most
that.
this, most that, and I never understood it.
Yeah,
I never understood. I'm like, how? Like they're always so.
They're so
clowning
funny.
jokes and they're so funny and they're saying stupid shit, and I'm like, no, now I get it. Now I get it. That's an outlet. That's a way of
coping.
Of coping, a sense of maybe therapy. You know?
Yeah, I would say it's a
It's
sense
a form of therapy
for the comedian and the people in the audience.
Yeah. Now sometimes I'm like, well, I hope the comedians like.
Well, I don't know if it's a form of therapy, but it's for sure a release.
It's like
a little release valve, pues, ¿me entiendes?
It's an outlet.
It's
an outlet, you know.
You release that little pressure, pues.
Yeah. No, yo por eso a veces la gente, my brother would fucking call me pinche female Sam Kinison.
Ay, güey.
I'm like, and? Like, you're always so fucking angry. I'm like, I still make you laugh though.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Pero therapy is very, still in our community, in the Latino culture. It's like, no, wait, sana colita de rana. You know?
Maybe Jesus didn't tell us about therapy.
Ve a misa, ve, rézate un rosario.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ve, reza, haz una oración para que Dios
to church.
te cuide. Yeah, ve, habla con el sacerdote.
They have groups at church.
I mean, I understand that therapy is expensive también. I mean, you also have to consider the cost of seeing somebody.
It's not included in fucking almost any plans either.
It's not. So, I mean, I get it. But just as important to... I feel like, I mean, I'm not a therapist, obviously, but I feel like it's important if you're not going to go to therapy, at least talk about it. At least go over that threshold and tell somebody how you feel. Because sometimes just telling somebody is so fucking important.
Mm-hmm. And the truth is that I learned a few years ago también, remember when we talked about it, that person's probably going to go, hey, bro, I've experienced something similar.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh shit, okay, that's not what I expected.
No.
I thought it was just me.
Yeah.
Or, so it helps in that way too,
Yeah.
Just that fact, like because you'll hear like us talk about it, you hear it on otro podcast or on the TV. Somehow that little switch doesn't turn on that other people are experiencing too. But when you, like he says, if you release a little bit to someone else, someone goes, oh shit, I experienced something similar. Mm-hmm. Like I get anxiety this. You're like, oh shit, Saskia, I get anxiety with this. Somehow that person-to-person thing all of a sudden makes it real for you. Like, oh shit, I'm not alone.
And I feel like
and that helps.
I feel like it's important for people to also not try to one up the person that's telling you all this shit, because it's very important. Like if a baby cries, a baby's crying, that's probably the most traumatic thing that's happened to that kid. If he's hungry, like that's the most traumatic thing that this kid's ever gone through in his life or her life, is being hungry at that moment, a newborn or whatever. So they're gonna cry, and I feel like you have to validate that person that's going through shit, because maybe you think it's not a big deal, but if you belittle that person's struggle and say like, hey, fucking, what the fuck? Like, I went through this, or what I would say, like, they're not asking you for advice, And sometimes we fuck up people's situations. So I'm very sensitive. Like, if you vent to me and tell me things that how you're feeling, I'm really sensitive to not make the person feel like I know everything, because I don't. But validate the person and
throw your disclaimer out. That's what I do with my friends when they start telling me shit. I'm like, listen, bitch, I'm gonna tell you what I think. And what I don't expect you to run with it, but this is what I think. And this is what works for me. And this is what's worked before. I'm going to give it to you, but you do whatever you want with that information.
Yeah.
And I have to throw that disclaimer out. Like, it's not coming from a place of this. Porque a veces lo que pasa, como dices tú, you share something with someone, y luego there's been experiences where people tell you what worked for them, but they forcefully want it to work for you.
And that's like,
this is what works.
And this is what worked for me, girl. I went to the gym and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, bitch, but I don't want to go to no gym and smell
this
that
is
rubber.
what you need to do.
This is what you need to do.
Yeah.
Mind you, that's how I was before.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, oh, no, bitch, you need to do A, B, C, and D. Now, it's like, listen, bitch, this is what I've been through. This is what worked for me. And these are the things I did. This is what I suggest, but you do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
And I've also learned to not take it personal when people don't take my advice.
Yeah.
Because a veces antes yo sentía like, bitch, you just wasted like 30 minutes of my time, me running my mouth, and you're not even going to do the shit I told you.
Yeah.
Now it's like, you know what? In whatever way, shape, or form the universe is using me as a vessel for that moment, I say what I have to say, and then I remind myself, like, bitch, don't take it personal.
Yeah.
If they don't do what you suggested.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, como dicen, like, people can be in very toxic relationships and bad situations, and you're like, bitch, get the fuck out. And then you take it personal when they don't get out of it.
Yeah.
So now I've learned, like, all right, I'm sprinkling my bullshit, and whatever you want to do with it, do with it.
It's also important to realize where you and that person begins, because you want to completely fix their problems, and sometimes you immerse yourself in their shit, and it's really important to know where you and that person begins.
Yeah.
You know,
and you're stressing out about their problems.
Yeah.
No,
and that's why I now use the hiking thing. It's like, some people are going to get to the top of the mountain way faster than me.
Yeah.
Because it's my process of getting up there.
Yeah.
So the same shit with people in my life, friends, acquaintances, coworkers, or whatever, when they, hey, girls, this and that, I'm like, damn. Well, girl, like A, B, C, and D. But you know what? At the end of the day, you're going to do what you want.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're going to decide to stay or stick with that person no matter what. And that's on you. I can't be mad about it.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm not going to tell you how to live your life.
No, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. I'll judge you.
Like I used to get into it with.
For sure. When you turn around, I'm going to talk shit.
This bitch.
I know, right? You make a phone call right away. You know what this fucking...
esta pendeja que me dijo.
Esta babosa again. No entiende.
Okay, I'm going to go on Instagram Live. ¿Sabe lo que me dijo esta cabrona? Pinche coraje. No, but that's the thing too. Like, learning to not take it personal when people don't do or they don't take your suggestions the way you want them to. Because that's also the problem too. Que nosotros queremos que la gente haga lo que funcionó para nosotros. You know?
Yeah.
I know. It doesn't, you know. Some people...
Because you think you're right, eh?
Yeah. Some people, when they are feeling that sense, when that depression is kind of overwhelming them, some people, they want to be in bed until they're over it. Some people do want to, I got to get out of here. I have to go on a walk. I have to do this. I have to do that. Not everything works for everybody.
No, it doesn't.
No, Alia told me I have to do this.
Yeah, and then I can't take it personal. They're like, no, you know, bitch, I like your suggestions, but I'm going to do the very opposite.
Yeah.
I'm going to do none of the above.
None of the above. I just wanted to talk it out.
That's also important too. Is you're
Esteban's right. Some people just want to.
Are you venting or you want my advice? That's what I kind of.
Yeah.
I've from like when we talked before, I'm still not where Esteban's saying we're fucking, but I've learned now to ask, hey, are you
looking for?
Are you telling me or are you asking me?
Yeah.
So like, but like when someone's venting like that, like we're saying, I'll ask them, like, do you need something from me? Like, literally, you're telling me or are you asking me? And if they say no, well, what do you think? Then, okay, I'll do a Noelia. I'll put my disclaimer. Look, I'm not telling you how to live your life, but this is what I think.
It's important. Yeah. It's important.
So it was a long time ago. Like, he's been saying it for a while, and I've kind of transitioned to what he's saying. Like, I don't have to give my opinion, if you're not asking for it.
Because that's sometimes what we just need. We just need someone to listen to hear, to let us spew that shit. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's what I'm saying when my mom be like, Ma, le voy a decir esto, pero no porque me tengo que desahogar. No me digan nada. Don't trigger me more than what the fuck I'm triggered. Entonces me digas. I'm like, no, but that's But then I'm like, man, I'm trying to build our relationship here. I'm trying to be a friend with you.
I know, right?
I'm trying to come at you the way I come with my friends. Because I'll have friends. I have my people that I will be like, hey, I'm just texting you because A, B, C, and D. I just need to vent it out in whatever way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And then they'll reply like, are you good now? I'm like, yeah, I feel better. Same thing. When people come and tell me like, well, do you want me to listen? Do you want me to tell you what I think? Or do you want me to tell you what you want to hear?
Yeah, for sure.
I have a problem telling people what they want to hear, though. That's the pedo. I get in trouble a lot at home because I'm not good at telling you what you want to hear.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't have time for that.
So
shit.
I've had that same discussion where I'm like, okay, do you want what I have to say, or do you want me to tell you what you want to hear?
Sprinkled with some
like, what do you want from this answer? Because this is not going to go well the way you're thinking.
Plus, like, the older we get, dude, our fucking time's so fucking valuable that I don't have time to deal with fucking people that are wasting my time. Even if they ask me something like about guitars, like, hey, I want to get into this. Are you interested or are you committed? Because there's a fucking difference. I'm not going to waste 2 hours of this time right now if you're just going to fucking not get into it. So are you interested or are you committed? Because if you're just interested, then I know how to approach this fucking
go to YouTube and then go do all this shit. But if you're committed, then we can work with something.
Different, man.
I still answer every fucking how do I start a podcast question the longest answer possible.
That's because you like helping people, man.
If I can help, if I can punch in a direction, I will, you know?
Bernie tiene cara de tío corajudo, but he's a kind guy.
Es corajudo en veces me alega el güey.
That's the problem. So I say it's not corajudo. It's just like I have that. Like I said earlier, I have that problem of telling you what you want to hear.
Yeah. Pues yo también, güey. Yo tengo la cara de corajuda, but I'm a very kind person. I'm I'm not trying to toot my horn.
Yeah.
But I need to also, we need to highlight the positive traits that we do have.
Yeah.
We're so fucking good. We are so good at being our worst critic. You can ask me like, Noelia, what are some of the things you don't like about yourself? Oh, wait, you want me to open up the whole fucking book?
No way.
Like I have a whole 25 chapters of things I don't like. What
volume do you want?
Hey, I have 25 chapters and each chapter has sub-chapters. Which one do you want?
Yeah.
We can come up with a bunch of shit that we don't like about ourselves. But then when they ask, like, what are some of your good qualities? Like, I don't know, Dick.
That's only a notepad.
Let me see. Not even a notepad, just a little sticky note. Let me see, you know? I don't know. Pero see, I'm kind.
My terreno's nice and clean.
Not like all those fucking celebrities that don't wash it. For real.
My terreno's nice and clean.
My terreno está bien limpiecito, güey. Está listo para un jineteo. Jineteada, güey. El domingo a las 2, el que quiera caerle, güey. Pero traigan tacos, cabrones, porque no soy chica fácil. But it just, that goes back to the do you want me to tell you what I think? Do you want me to tell you what you want to hear? Or do you want me to just listen?
Yeah.
And then checking yourself, not taking it
before
personal.
You wreck yourself.
Yes, check yourself before you wreck yourself. And then not letting their shit become your shit.
That's important.
Because it becomes projection, and then you take that shit personal, and then recognizing if it's triggering something in you.
Yeah.
And that's just a dynamic in humanity,
Mm-hmm.
That's separate from therapy. You just have to make sure you check yourself, not take shit personal. Because at the end of the day, we all wipe our asses the same way, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some go up, some go down. Está cabrón.
Hay unos que no se lo limpian, güey.
Ándale, hay unos que no se limpian.
No, we were just talking about...
hay unos que se limpian y se la atoran la uña esta.
Oh, shit.
You gotta make sure you clean this part too.
Damn.
Huh?
Fuck.
Creo que el dedito's trying to get a little clever. And I'm like, hey, wait. my thumb,
trying to reach.
My thumb has a mind of his own. Hey, ¿qué culero?
He's channeling your toe, Dick.
Channeling your toe.
They're telekinetically speaking. Pero
No,
no, güey, but yeah, lávense, güey, lávense.
Lávense el culo.
No, wait, that was
Lávense el terreno.
I think we were
Lávense la
talking
mente
about before
también.
recording that. Like, dude, like, what's up with all these fucking
Yeah, you were telling us.
celebrities que no se bañan?
I don't know. You were saying Ashton Kutcher y
La
la...
Mila Kunis.
I didn't even know they were married till like a week or two ago.
Yeah, they have two kids. Two,
I don't
three.
know. Don't
Tienen
look at
dos
me.
chiquillos. Este güey, le haga
She turn around like
You
I
don't
want
watch
to know this
TMZ,
shit.
bro?
No, güey.
I don't watch
Stand
TV. I watch. I'll read shit like on the fucking. I'll be
Puro
like,
headlines pa Noela. She
Puro
doesn't read the
headline.
I know.
article.
You know what? If it's a headline that doesn't interest
clickbait.
me, I'm like, I'm not everything. Like, headline, oh, no se vayan esos cabrones cochinos.
Hay gente que no se baña. There's people that don't like to shower.
Ay, man, fuck.
When it's hot as fuck, like today, I've showered twice.
No, sí, güey, pero límpiate la pinche cola, man.
Yeah, está cabrón.
You know, like if you're not gonna wash the rest of your body,
Yeah.
or because I know, like I know, I'm just speaking as a female. Some females that have no se lavan el pelo todo el tiempo. That's fine because of the whatever.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fine. But you know what? Like, dude, just wash the essentials.
Yeah.
So when you say I don't bathe, like, be specific.
Yeah.
You know,
Un baño ranchero, como dicen.
You know, like be specific, but at least wash your ass.
Well, I mean, wiping your ass is not one of those things that you take a course when your parents fucking sit you down and show you how to wipe your ass. It's one of those things that you have to figure out on your own, right?
I don't know.
So some
dude.
people's technique never fucking
They
worked.
never got it down.
Did your parents tell you how to wipe your ass?
I don't. Maybe they did, but I don't
Really?
remember if they did. I'm just saying when I got toiletry, I don't know if they maybe showed
But-
me.
I don't know, because that's one of those things that you have to trial and error. Like, as you're growing up, you figure it out.
I'm sure that they taught.
Because there's
me.
women that wipe back front.
I'm
It's
sure.
like, come on,
There's a group on now.
Hey, I'm gonna teach a class on washing your ass.
You should.
It's a Zoom class.
Yeah.
A Zoom class.
Teach a class. Whoever wants to sign up, send an email, or direct message to these guys, and tell me I want to learn how to wash my
I
ass.
well, you fucked up on that one.
But you don't think
know,
it's like,
All the pervs are already lining up right now.
No.
I know, right?
No, ¿Tienen terrenos, cabrones? Pero acres.
Pues todos
acres.
tenemos terrenos.
No,
pero-
wait. I'm talking about the type I'm talking about is the acres, o sea, land, property, donde pueda
much
yo hacer
property value.
where I can have a farm with all the animals. You know?
Send your
That'd be cool,
request
yeah.
with your fucking net worth.
No, I know. No.
We're taking applications.
That reminded me of that shit. Right now, you were talking earlier how, like, in the dating world, there's a lot of people that are messed up or whatever. I don't know how you said it, pero me acordé de una cosa que vi en el Instagram que decía, like, the thing was like, don't send me nudes. Send me the bills of your therapy sessions.
Oh, shit.
Like, I don't give a fuck about your body.
know
I
about
don't
that
give a
one
fuck
either.
about that shit. But, like, I want to see that you're taking care of yourself,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, it's
So in
important.
this, it's like, hey, bitch, show me your shower. How many soaps do you have? How many loofahs?
How big is your loofah? Is it the Northgate loofah? That looks like a fucking French bread. Todo deformed.
How big is your loofah? Like, ahí Esteban, goloso.
You never seen the
Goloso.
Northgate loofah?
Don't send me a fucking chile pic. Send me a loofah pic.
You never seen the Northgate loofah?
Yes, güey. Is this a family size?
Sí
a jumbo
mandas un
size?
cabrón con una de
No,
esas.
sí, güey. That's the shit I have in my house as a bat.
Ese loofah will fucking
Security
scrape through
device.
your insecurities,
No, güey,
everything.
it'll scrape through your soul.
But it doesn't get through that callo, güey.
Hey, if you don't want to go to therapy, buy a Northgate loofah and
If you
just
don't want to go
scrub,
to,
scrub those traumas off.
if you don't want to go to fucking confession with a priest, get the scrub, you know, ahí límpiate los pecados, güey. Haz un Padre Nuestro y un rosario.
That's
You'll be
funny.
fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just wash your asses, guys.
Watch your
Ay, güey.
ass.
Watch your
Está
ass.
cabrón.
Con eso, pues.
No,
¿qué?
pero eso sí fue the headline. That was the clickbait. I'm like, Ashton Kutcher and this bitch don't wash your ass?
So, out of
What?
everything we talked about in this
I know.
episode, always remember to wash your ass, right?
Yeah.
That's most. Fuck therapy. Fuck all that shit. Wipe your ass.
Un culo limpio es un culo seguro.
A clean terreno is a good life.
have your terreno like if it's in the homeowners association.
You messed
fucking
up my
neighborhood.
terreno thing, man.
Está
No,
más chido el terreno así, no le hagas de
Bueno,
pedo.
se las dejo a ustedes.
No le hagas de
ustedes,
pedo. Mira,
¿no?
el terreno, aquí era. Un pinche terreno chido. Pifó el pinche
Clean
cañón.
terreno, clean life.
El terreno ahí antes de la rumorosa. Antes del cerro.
O la bufadora, güey.
La bufadora. Oh, shit.
El terreno lo tengo antes de la bufadora.
Ahí en la esquina del Tacos el Muerto, güey.
Oh, shit.
Pinche terreno. You take your terreno. Yeah, güey, it's kind of soiled right now, you know.
Ay, güey. Take care of your terreno,
Este
guys.
calorcito me está dando.
Yeah. It's warm.
What the fuck, man? Just ruined it, Esteban.
No, it's just funny. güey.
Ruined it.
Ahora cuando diga, quiero tíos con terreno, aquí lo tiene,
A ver,
mija.
¿qué tan largo lo quieres?
Como la lufa.
A ver, mándame una foto de tu lufa, cabrón.
Y quiero ver que esté usada, güey.
I don't know, güey. If it looks usado, you need a new one.
Oye,
All right.
¿y la compraste en Northgate or Bath and Body, güey?
Ah, shit, yeah, it's gotta be from Northgate.
If it is in Northgate, don't even bother me.
Yeah, don't even
bring your
don't even
terreno.
send me don't even slide into my DMs.
No traigas el terreno ni el caballo, güey. Si no es de la Northgate o de la Vallarta.
No, I don't know what terreno we're talking about.
So to recap, if you're gonna hit up Noelia,
Yeah.
you need to include your net worth and a picture of your lufa.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not the net worth. Just, are you going to therapy?
Yeah.
No, don't send me shit. I'm fucked up right now. No me manden nada. Mándenme buenos deseos, Mándenme buenos deseos. They're like, nah, man. Like,
That's funny.
I'm really sending you good vibes,
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I like your
no.
honesty.
No, yeah, right now I'm fucked up in the, no. Yo soy like, right now I'm a walking mess.
Send me some coupons to therapy. She said.
Yeah. Any therapist out there that want to just, practice their skills on me, I'm down for it.
Right way.
Just know that, it's a
Right way.
Pandora's box.
Yeah, but it's important that you already know. Like it's you know what you have to do. I mean, that's just to know that you have to what you have to figure out. I mean, that's you're already like ahead,
Yeah. I just right now, honestly speaking, like, I'm just fucking lazy. I don't want to go look for a therapist because it's like the whole interaction. Like, am I gonna fit well with this therapist?
Yeah.
And I'm literally like not trying to find. I know I can find a male therapist.
Yeah.
Because I feel that a lot of shit that I have to unpack. That's how I feel right now. I feel like a male therapist would be a tool, not a tool, but a male therapist.
Y yo me llevo better with like a female, like venting to a female. I don't know. I mean, it's like Fernando said, like he no se llevó bien, and it's not a one stop. Like you have to shop around basically.
Like shoe shopping.
No.
Yeah, you have to because there's some
fits.
therapists that don't know how to create rapport in like the first 5 minutes, and you're not gonna vent to these people.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna be able to tell them. Because we come with the judgments también. Like I was going to a guy and like an idiot, yo de pendejo, se enfermó el güey or something. I was like, what kind of therapist can't handle his fucking health? Fuck this guy. But it's like stupid.
Like he can't get sick.
Yeah, like he can't get sick, but like
Not on my day.
like that was the last time I went with his ass.
I mean, therapists have their own therapist.
Yeah, that's true.
So doctors have their own doctors.
Well, it goes back to what I was saying también, where like you think that they have the answers, pues, when that's not the way it works.
Yeah.
Their job is kind of to guide you through your shit.
Yeah.
Mentors have mentors. Teachers have teachers, and there's all, por eso. Pero no, ahorita, güey, yo estoy bien jodida. Estoy bien traumada.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm optimistic because I know you as a person, and I know that this is just a transition.
What about you, Fernie? Ándale.
It's just a transition.
I'm a fucking pessimist that talks like an optimist, pues.
Ándale, pues.
No, it's just a transition. Whatever you're
it's a
feeling right
transition.
now, it's not permanent.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like, I remind myself, this too shall pass.
Yeah.
This too shall pass in every situation. Y luego, amarrarte y agarrarte de tu gente. Es
Yeah.
todo, And then, at the same time, in these type of processes, you realize what people are actually behind. Like, who has your back?
Yeah.
Who's in your corner? Who's really
Yeah.
rooting for you?
Yeah.
And then just learning how to set boundaries with certain situations. And, yeah.
I mean, it's tough because you have what you're going through in your personal life, and then we have all this social shit that everybody's. It's just a really hard transition right now. I feel like everybody's in transition at some point,
Yeah.
Right now, especially. It's like 2020 was, people say, oh, 2020 was fucked. It was. But 2020 was like, it was the impact, right? And we all know that post is the hardest part. Like if you get robbed at gunpoint, that moment is just that moment.
Temporary.
The hard part is post, the years.
Por eso está post-traumatic.
And exactly. And I feel like 2020 was like the easy year.
Yeah.
Post is where right now. This is
Por eso the situation with this whole pandemic, it's still going on and it's still scary. The health aspect of it. The health aspect of like this virus is still affecting us and everything. That's scary.
Yeah.
What scares me is the fucking loony cases, and I apologize if I say the word loony. I don't get whatever. La gente que has been indoors all this time, and now that frustration is coming out.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And it's all the crazy ass people.
We're seeing it.
Dude, I saw a video of this guy throwing a fucking axe.
I saw that.
What the fuck?
You
Yes.
didn't hear about this poor kid that got killed on Melrose trying to break a fight at a.
Yeah. I only
shit, I didn't see that either.
I only saw the headline.
They had like a shoe raffle where there were like tickets to get like these sneakers that were coming out, and these people started fighting outside. Este way nada que ver is coming into work. Probably a nice guy because he's breaking the shit up, and they shoot and kill him. Way a 16-year-old,
What the fuck?
a 16-year-old shot on Melrose way in broad daylight, dude.
Shit.
Yeah.
And then I saw this woman in New York that just went up to this fucking other woman.
Yeah.
Did you see that shit? Like, what's
and
going
it was
on?
after a funeral.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
dude?
just that's why I'm like, that's the shit that's the pandemic aspect that scares me.
Yeah.
That's all the posts we're talking about.
That's all the posts, yeah.
The post-trauma that's manifesting itself in these violent and scary and ugly ways.
That axe one was like, this guy was mad. Dude. Did you see that, Freddie?
Nah, I didn't see
And it
shit.
was because she cut the female cut him off or something, no?
Yeah.
And she threw an accident?
He threw an
güey.
axe at her.
He got in front of her and she stopped there y agarró la axe y como que le pegó a la passenger.
Hey, his aim was pretty good. Where he's done that before.
Yeah, yes.
He's put in practice.
Yes, that's
Well,
why,
if he was carrying around an axe, I would think so.
no
true.
way. That's why I've learned also to calm down with my road rage.
The honking and shit.
No, I don't, dude. I don't honk. I don't use my honk. I just
Pero
if
rayo madre,
if
she
you
said.
cut me off without warning, I'm gonna try to catch up to you to cut you off without
Oh,
warning,
shit.
and then I'm
Oh,
gonna break.
shit.
I know I'm bad.
And I'm going to break. She says by the
I
time
know I'm
This is
bad.
not
Like
bad.
no one like if I've done that to
I
you,
worry about
you
these
deserve it.
ballesteros.
I know.
The other one's gentrifying fucking South Central, dealing with crazy Salvadorians. And then this one's fucking brake checking everybody.
No, pero el otro también has a little mini road rage. Not in that level, way.
Yeah.
But he'll be like, what the fuck este cabrón que no sé qué chingados?
Yeah.
And then he'll do the same thing 10 minutes later, wait. And I'm like, wait, so what the fuck? He's like, well, it's me, bro.
It's 'cause you know what I think?
I know what I'm doing.
With
I know where it comes from. It comes from Don Chano.
It does. No, that's why I'm saying my dad would bring out machetes. And that's why I told my dad, you can't get mad at me for having road rage. Like, where do you think I learned it from?
Noera follows his dad to the fucking restaurant and she has road rage on him.
Shit.
Apúrese, señor.
No, I know. Like, when he would talk shit about me being corajuda, I'm like, what? You know whose daughter I am? No, yo no soy así.
We heard your stories that you like to leave fucking sodas half fucking drank. You like to put your fucking feet dust on the table. I don't know, Noelia.
Your feet coke.
I don't know, Noelia. Pass me the salt. Wait, that's not salt. No. I don't know, pinche Noelia.
And she rock salt.
No, yo no soy roid rage in the sense that I go looking for trouble, but
Yeah,
I
trouble
don't.
finds you.
Trouble finds me. You know what? When
Those are signs.
No.
When you say it finds me, those are signs.
No, I'm pretty
yeah.
good at catching myself. Like, bitch, you had a bad day. Don't take it on that driver. He's driving fast because he probably has to take a shit. He's driving fast because
He could be an asshole. Who cares?
Okay, but I always think of the other stuff. He probably has to take a shit. He probably has to go to the hospital. Probably it's an emergency.
Yeah.
But then when I see them doing stupid shit, I'm like, no, he's just an asshole. Time to get on.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Because he's an asshole. Like, doesn't matter. Like, you don't have to be the asshole.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying. Like, whatever their reason is, you don't have to be that. Whatever.
No, pero I don't want you. No, tampoco no piense que it's an everyday thing. No, pero.
Oh.
Yeah, but if it
Pero
happens once a week.
Oh.
No, de que lo seguro que pasa es que when I'm
If it happens
driving.
more than your therapy sessions, it's a problem.
It's because she only leaves the house once a week. So, that's how you get.
All the pent up energy is there. Like, the fuck out the way.
Hey, I only do it once a week. You leave the house once a week.
That's my therapy. No, es que a mí lo que me cae mal, like, I mean, it's happened before that I'm driving, and I'm sure it's happened to all of us. You're in the freeway, you're trying to get in front of one lane or whatever, y siempre hay un pinche pendejo que adrede no está manejando como tiene que manejar.
Yeah.
So, of course, I'm like, okay, le voy a pisar, I'm gonna put my signal on and, get in front of them. ¿Les molesta? And then they start trying to chase me and trying to raise me, and I'm like, sir, like, are your balls getting bigger for chasing and haunting me down? So,
¿A poco sí te-
I gotta get home and clean my terreno.
I've had... have to dust this shit up.
güey.
No, sí me ha tocado que me pongo de pleito con dudes. And more times than not, they'll apologize. I'm like, all right, we're cool, dude. We're good. Porque yo sí, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I've called them all like, hey, you just cut me off and you still acting like an asshole. Did your balls get bigger? Nah, you're a fucking bitch. Yeah, I know.
That's the interaction?
Yeah. I rolled down my window. I'm like, hey,
Jesus Christ.
you cut me off. You almost hit me.
Yeah.
Did you realize that shit? Why you're fucking driving slow? Like, no, bitch, you're driving slow. You just call me a bitch. Yeah, you call me a bitch,
Oh,
dude.
God.
Pero luego, like, more times than not, we end up like, hey, pues this bitch. Oh, right. Ah, no,
Oh, well, that's good.
No se preocupe.
I'm just trying to get to my fucking terreno. Oh, ¿tienes terreno?
¿Tienes terrenos? How many acres? ¿Está rasurado?
I'm just trying to get to fucking cobrar las rentas.
No.
Oh, tienes terreno.
Yeah, no shit.
No se crean. I'm not that aggressive, dude. I've learned.
I don't know.
I've softened my rough edges.
I don't know about all that.
No, sí, Esteban, sí. He cambiado, güey.
You're a nice person, man.
am
What
a
are you
nice
doing honking at people in the fucking...
I don't honk. I just cut them
Malas
off.
grita.
Jesus Christ.
No, cuando son...
She honks with her face.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? I'll do the whole, like, what happened? Like, you know, me pego, like, ¿qué está... Oiga, ¿qué le pasa?
She's arguing and the guy behind her is like, what's this chick doing? She's driving like fucking crazy right now.
And then they
Like a
cut me
maniac.
off.
Yeah, it's like a double domino effect.
Yeah. No, I do talk a lot of shit when I'm driving. Like, ay, pendejo. And I'll be like, he probably has to go take a shit. Or I end up feeling bad when it's a senior.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, God. I didn't mean to. Don't strike me
away.
down. Don't let the terreno burn up, please. You know?
Right away.
Pero no.
Pobrecitos.
Pero no, wait, no. I'm a good person.
No.
I'm a good person that's going through shit. You know, just anybody out there that offers free therapy, call me.
Hater, what's your handles? This sounds like a good segue out. Ya me sudó el pinche terreno.
Oh,
machín.
yeah. El pinche terreno is fucking in the middle of a hurricane right now.
Yeah, no, I got a landslide.
That's why his leg's shaky. Te está echando vientito.
I got a landslide on mine.
No.
Mames, güey.
No, man. Just check yourself before you wreck yourself. You know, start working on being self-aware about shit that bothers you and how to kind of simmer that down. You know, because the world's fucked up, but there's also really good things in the world.
Your
There
beef
is,
is not
man.
my beef.
Yeah.
You know, just do what you want. Just como dicen, do whatever floats your boat. Just don't fucking mess with my boat. You know.
Words of wisdom.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Y si quieren ofrecerme terapia gratis, aquí está su
Esther,
servidora.
what's your handles? If they wanna follow you on Instagram, are you more private?
Oh, no, they can follow me, but hey,
Can I put your Instagram on the video or no?
yeah,
Okay.
Riza Spinelli.
Está,
Right,
Rizzy
At-
Spinelli.
Yeah, at Riza Spinelli, is that what it is? I mean, do you have to say the at part? Because sometimes people are like, oh, at.
Well, I'm sure if Fernie posts it on Instagram,
Anyways,
he'll
yeah,
put
pero you know what? If you're gonna add me, just send me a message like, hey, I'm so and so, because sometimes like I'll be getting
I have
requests.
3 terrenos en México.
No, güey, el otro día un pinche sugar daddy, I think. I don't know if it was a
Ay,
fake.
ay, ay, oíla.
No, te digo que sí.
from the
hasta se lo-
podcast or listen?
No, un pinche
I was like,
sugar
we don't got
daddy.
that kind of...
We don't got sugar daddy.
Era,
got that kind of pool.
¿cómo decía? Something papi.
we
and
got
then...
we got the hard workers from the bodegas that listen to this.
No, también esos, I mean, they're hardworking. Les hago su lonche, güey.
Ay, güey. Now you're going to get some hits.
shit.
Pero que me hagan mi lonche también, güey, que yo también trabajo.
Wait. So please send the DM to the podcast because we're gonna screen. There's a 3-point process to this now.
Yeah.
We got to check into those terrenos you
Yeah,
claim.
we gotta give us the coordinates so we could Google map it, make sure that's
We're going
legit.
to check it on Zillow, see if it's worth what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, o sea, no. Sí, les hago su lonche y también que me hagan un lonche a mí. Güey. Yo
Yeah.
también trabajo.
Yeah, no, that's
You
chambeadora.
know, I work hard. Like, I've been seeing those videos on Instagram of, like, you know, the girls that film themselves making lunch and all that shit.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
I'm like, good for you, bitch. Good for you. And good that you get to stay at home and just live your life. You
Yeah.
know? The rest of us have to work because we want to make our own money.
yeah.
You know, if your husband's taking care of you, hey, by all means, que bueno.
You think they do that para presumir?
Of course. Most,
Right? Pero presumir like, ¿qué? Like, this is how my man has it, or this is
Yeah.
what I do for my man?
this is both, maybe?
Yeah?
I mean, I don't know.
It's a
I don't know
weird,
if this I don't know. I don't want to say, oh, presumidas. It's just like, what are you trying to aim at?
That's kind of weird because I just saw one like that yesterday or somebody showed it to me.
Yeah.
Some lady was making like this. Y que le pongo esto y que little fucking dipping sauces from McDonald's and all
Oh,
this
shit.
Yeah, I've been seeing that shit too, and I'm like,
what is that
like,
about?
damn, I gotta get me a wife. That's what I need then, a wife. Que me hace mi lonche. You know,
She just flipped teams in front of her face.
I know, right? No. Yo nomás que una wife para que me haga mi lonche. That's it. Nothing else.
That's it.
No, pero yo sí, like, when I was that partner where it's like, oh, my dude's gonna get up really early. Let me make him a lunch or whatever. You
That's
know, acá
awesome.
bien buena onda. ¿Para qué? ¿Para que el güey que ni se lo tragara?
Shit.
So I'm like, toma, cabrón.
Es
no
que,
traigo
es
ninguno
que las de las
pinche
loncheras en
lonche.
veces se enseñan todas las
No, ya
chichis.
sé.
So
That's
those
why
guys, I've seen guys throw fucking burritos that probably bomb to the trash just because they want to go flirt with the lonchera.
Yeah. No, I've seen it too. Y vi un video de una lonchera que dice, miren, muchachas, cuando no les hacen de comer, vienen acá. For real.
¿Y cuándo les hacen de comer?
Yes, yes.
You're not a, yeah, güey.
No, but that's the thing, like, you know, if you're gonna be doing that, going to the lonchera to get a taco de ojo y taco de carne, pues just tell me, dick.
Yeah.
Don't
So I don't make the lunch.
Yeah, don't make me waste my energy making you a lunch. Just tell me, hey, babe, I'm gonna go fucking to a lonchera. All right, then yo voy al lonchero.
They don't make them like they used to, guys. Fucking.
No, y
They
luego-
broke the mold, he says.
Don't go under 30 anymore. Go fucking 40 and up.
Sí.
That's where you get the gems, the hidden gems.
A las snow leopards.
No leopard.
Yeah, that's where the hidden gems are.
Que me dijo una vez alguien, le dice, hey, you're cougar stars. I'm like, no, cougar. I'm a snow leopard. You know, I'm a snow leopard. We're a little bit fatter, fluffier. You know, we like to chill. I'm not trying to hunt shit.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do none of that.
You heard it, guys. Take care of your filters if you're in the dating apps. Hey, go 40 and up. And that's where the gems are just fucking waiting.
No diamonds in the rough.
Las tías solteritas.
Ya no tan madreadas. They figured
Ya
out some shit.
Hey, we don't come with a long list of
Refined.
demands anymore.
Ya no tan madreadas. Like,
No, we don't come with a list of like, well, he needs to be extra tall and this. No. Now, like,
Yeah.
hey, he got a job. He got no kids.
Yeah.
Or one kid only. All right, we can work it out. He's 14. All right, maybe
so
we can
guys,
work it out.
as you're listening to this, go adjust your filters.
Yeah.
Stop with the 19, 23-year-olds.
Oh,
Go up.
look. First of all, if you're 35 and I don't know, sometimes I'm like, there should be like, if you're 45 and you're going for a 20-year-old, I'd be a little suspicious.
So at
little suspicious.
what point do you draw that line way where the, I guess either way,
Where it
no,
becomes
where the girl can date an older guy or the older guy can date, like where's that line for either way?
Older women can date
21?
younger guys too.
That's what I'm saying. Either way, like both ways. Where's the line? Is it 21? Is it 25?
Oh no, wait. Like me being 41.
Not you, like I'm saying in general way. Because I just had this discussion también not too long ago.
Wait. What
where-
do you mean? Where's the line? If you're a certain-
like where ponle, at what age could you be, ponle, if you draw the line at 21. At 21, you can decide if you want to date a 50-year-old, you can date a 50-year-old.
Oh.
Whether you're a guy or girl, either way. Or is there two separate
Are
lines?
you
Like
asking all of us?
yeah, wait, ponle. Wait, fuck it.
I honestly think nobody under 26 because your frontal cortex is still fucking moist. Like you're not fully developed mentally.
It's like this terreno.
So I would not do under fucking 25, 26.
You're not ready for that shit, right?
Nah, you don't want to deal with fucking kids, way.
No, you don't want to. I mean,
When does it stop being weird, pues? Because, okay, like...
It's always going to be weird. Whatever. If you're 60 and you're dating a 25-year-old, it's going to be weird to a lot of people.
yes.
See?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But where do you draw the line? So
Me
you put
personally?
26, yeah.
For my age? Es que like, no entiendo la pregunta. Like, if you're asking me,
Like, what...
and I'm saying I'm 41. I'm not going to date
At
anyone
what
under
age,
35.
pues? At what
So
age
look,
is...
she's not going too far down. She
I'm
won't
not
date under
35.
35.
Yeah. Like, if it's something formal where it's like, okay, I'm interested in something formal, more of a courtship, more like, all right, dude, I'm
Ay,
ready.
oíla.
Una relación seria, 35 and over. Pero una agasajada, una mangoneada,
No, but I'm saying, like...
uno de 21, güey, con energía.
No va a ser la media naranja, pero le da una pinche espremida
Ay,
chingona.
güey.
Me va a exprimir. He's
Hopefully
gonna
it's juicy.
sprinkle my terreno.
Ay,
Ay, güey.
ay, güey.
Fuck.
Dirty dick.
No, but I'm saying, like, in general, like, in like society, like... Like,
I'm
if
saying-
there's like, for example, like, if there's a 20-year-old and she's dating, like, a 45-year-old, is
I
that
would
weird?
yeah, to me it's like,
That's what I'm saying. At what age is it okay for that girl or that boy? Or is there two different lines where you wouldn't be like, what? Like, what the fuck?
I mean, there's a
When
lot of
she's-
women that are attracted to older men.
like, if she's 26 and he's 50, is that okay?
hey, whatever floats your boat.
That's what I'm saying. At that point, you're okay. But if she's 20, it's not okay.
Because, you know, I always think like
So what do you-
chronologically, yeah, we're 20 and we're adults, but mentally and emotionally, like we're still at 20, like there's some people still don't know shit.
But I think that comes down to like how people say you never know what age to have a kid.
Yeah.
I feel like there's people in their 50s and 60s that are fucking idiots.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
age is just
Well, that's what I was saying earlier about the having kids like before you're like 30s too. Because like you're saying, until you're 26, even physically, you're not you're not 100% yet, way.
Yeah.
And things like, at least your brain is not 100% yet.
Yeah.
So it could be argued, pues, I mean, right or wrong, that you should wait till 26. ¿Entiendes? At least get fully grown before
look,
you start growing shit.
I just think once you hit the age of 18,
even if I judge you, it's not my pedo.
Hey, you could be 18 and be with a 50-year-old. It's like,
I mean, I'll tell you.
I have
like,
my own beliefs about that, but it's like, hey, you're an adult.
What if you're 18 in high school, way?
You're still an adult.
All right.
You know, like you're an adult. I don't agree that 18 should be the legal age. I think it should be 21. You know,
But you're talking about like age of consent because it's different. Like in Nevada, even
that's
like
true.
I mean, there's places in the U.S. where
16,
you're legal at 16. You can get married. I mean, what are we talking
I'm
about?
talking the voting status.
Right,
Like
right.
the legal voting
Yeah,
status.
you should be over 26.
I don't know, babe. When it comes to that shit, I don't know. I don't have a say because, I mean...
It's our opinion.
Yeah, it's all opinion. Yeah,
I don't know. My opinion is
our
like...
It's not a fact.
It's
you
not
know?
like we're not right. We're not changing legislation.
If I see an 18-year-old with a 40-year-old guy, I'd be like, what? I would be...
Oh, male or female, it doesn't matter. Vice versa?
both. I don't care. I would judge the 40-year-old. Like, what are your intentions with this young child? Like, what is the manipulation you're trying to set here? Because that's a big age difference, dude. That is a big age difference.
But see, it's a child. But if he kills somebody, that's an adult. So sometimes you're a child, sometimes you're an adult. Like it gets pretty blurry.
Yeah. So I don't know. Date what the fuck you want. Just don't mess with my terrenos.
Right, man.
Oh man,
Don't mess with my shit. Don't.
El pinche Terrenos is doing fucking...
I don't know. That's probably gonna be the
It's a middle
episode.
Katrina
That's
over
probably
there.
the name of the episode.
Terrenos en terapia. Terrenos y terapia.
Tienes terrenos.
¿Tienes terrenos? No. Are you going to therapy though? Nah. We can't talk.
I mean, let's be honest. We're gonna be judged by. There's always gonna be people that judge you no matter what.
Es que, yeah, for sure. I'm not, look, por eso digo, I will judge you to your face, but at the same time, I'm like, hey, but I still have your back. Like, I'm still gonna, you know, like, I have friends that make stupid mistakes and I'm like, bitch, but I'm still your homie, you know, I'm still here to fucking, you know, te voy a decir en tu cara lo que te tengo que decir, pero I'm still here, you know, I'm still gonna be supportive of your stupid decisions as long as I don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
As long as I don't get in trouble, pero.
As long as you don't snitch.
Bitch. No, pero, I mean, como one time I read this thing in high school. It was on in the back of a magazine, and it was on a smoking ad. It was a cigarette ad. And I cut it out, and I still have it. And it said, judge me all you want. Just keep the verdict to yourself. You know? So that's my thing. Like, say what the fuck you want to say about me. Don't say it. Just keep that shit to yourself.
Yeah.
But if I ever did something to offend you that made you feel a certain way, then come to me and talk to me about it.
Yeah.
You know? And because I'm the same way with people. Like, if somebody... Like, we've known each other too long, it's time, you know? So so if somebody came to you and said, like, dude, Nolia was talking shit about you, I would expect you to be like, no, she would have told me that shit.
Yeah, of course.
You know? Por eso digo, like, no, si te vienen que, like, oh, Nolia was talking shit. Well, what was she saying? That you're crazy and you're stupid. Oh, yeah, she's told me that before.
That's not shit. She's right.
Yeah. You know?
She's not wrong.
Yeah. O como cuando dicen, like, cuando viene alguien te dice, like, ooh, bitch, they were talking about you.
Yeah.
My response is like, well, why were they comfortable talking shit about me in front of you?
Yeah.
Like, how were you contributing to it, you know?
I would be cautious of the person that gave me the mitote.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well,
They're trying to start shit.
I can't tell you anything now. Because you're a fucking snitch.
Yeah. No, but let's look at digo, like, amongst friends, of course, people talk about, like, damn, girl, damn, that bitch is going through some shit. Yeah. Sí, eso sí, es normal que vas a hablar de las situaciones de que están pasando tus amistades. But then when it becomes, like, mean-spirited, that's a different thing, you know?
Or when they start saying, I would, like, shut the fuck up. Like, you wouldn't do shit. Because when you're in that situation, like, you don't know what you would do. Like, from the outside, you might be able to judge because you're from the outside, but don't say, like, oh, I would do, or I would have done. Like,
I would never leave. Like, for example, the stories of because I read a lot of that shit too, like, the children that are killed by like, in homes or whatever. Siempre están los comentarios de que, oh, I would have never left my child with a guy. It's like, well, sometimes these women are leaving their children with spouses or significant others that they've been with for years. You know what I mean?
Like, there's this dude that just killed both of his kids with a fucking spear gun.
Oh, the surfer guy.
QAnon guy?
Yeah.
Was it a QAnon guy?
He said that it was a Illuminati kind of, that he was saving the world.
Well, yeah, he thought they were going to turn to monsters because
he shot him in the heart. I mean, that's pretty specific.
What, 3-year-old and a 10-month-old?
Yeah, something like
2
that.
and 10 months.
That's just...
That fucked me up.
But you get people that'll probably say, like, well, I would never Like, no, shut the fuck up.
I would have never left my children with their father. Like, bitch, that's their father.
That's their dad.
No, but in that case, he abducted them, no? Didn't he take them?
No, I think they were in
I saw-
a religious ranch, and then the mom went to do some shit. But she was already having iffy feelings with
really?
him. Yeah.
Oh,
I
shit.
thought it said, I don't know.
Man, that's
thought
some
he took
fucked
them,
up
like,
shit, bro. Like, how do you kill your fucking children, bro?
Dude, yeah, let's not go there.
That's
too
crazy.
Sad.
Yeah, let's not end
Let's
in
just
the bad
stick to
note.
the terrenos, güey.
Yeah, let's not end the bad
Yeah, that
note.
one bummed me out when I saw it, güey.
Yeah, it's fucking... Por eso digo, the pandemic is one thing and the virus is one thing, but then all the craziness that's manifesting itself even more than before, that's the scary stuff.
Yeah,
People getting shot in the theater for no reason.
no reason.
You know, people getting shot for trying to stop a fight.
The shootings have been going up.
Yeah.
The fucking, then
Están saliendo todos y eso es lo que a mí me da miedo.
all that coraje from fucking YouTubing all day.
all the COVID, yeah.
All the
está cabrón.
conspiracies that they read and shit.
Yeah.
Well, y'all go
Yeah.
get therapy.
So on that very negative
that's
point,
okay.
way, fuck it.
Not negative.
point. Fuck it. Fernie, we don't got any house cleaning? No fucking Patreon shit?
Don't forget about no Patreon shit.
The
but,
NTFs? You want to tell them what
Oh, fucking, we do have now the NTFs, which are not NFTs.
Somebody fucking commented, like,
Yeah.
trying to talk shit.
Those are a scam. These are not. Pero
So what are they, bro? So people can understand.
we talked about it last time, but there's been a few times that we've been asked, hey, how do I just donate without doing Patreon? Because,
Yeah.
some people have bells with that shit. And because of the fuck, I don't know, the way everything's set up and I don't know, pinche, we don't have another...
Privacy.
We don't have a separate PayPal and todo.
Yeah.
So we figured this out. Fucking Esteban had an idea. I go, hey, bro, I think I can work it this way. And I ran with it. And so now, if you go on the website, there's an item you don't buy. You put in your little donation, and then you can pick which little image you want of it's a little series of 5. And if we sell those, then fucking, I'll make some more.
Yeah.
So I put it's limited, but meaning that at some point we'll change them, or I think I put like 5 or 10 of each, and then ya que se van, pues we'll make new ones.
So if I want to donate $1, $20, you can just...
The minimum is $1. Yeah, if you want to do 20, you put 20, and then when you check out, it gives you a little link way to download it.
That's awesome, right?
And you can do nothing with it. You don't have to download it, or if you want to post it on fucking Instagram, boy, and tag us and shit, so we can see them out there in the wild.
Yeah.
Or como le puse allí, güey, if you just like to collect fucking shit, güey, there's 5 of them, and if we get through these, we'll make more, güey.
Yeah.
It can be Pokemon cards if you want.
And it does help. I mean, anything that you guys help us with, it does help keep the lights on, and nothing goes to our fucking pockets. Everything gets reinvested somehow, and we do really appreciate you guys.
What the fuck? I'm not getting a check for this?
And if
No, you're getting a solid high five.
giving a coupon from the Penny Saver for
We
therapy.
should charge you. You were able to vent for fucking 2 hours.
I know, güey.
You should get an invoice from us.
You stole my terreno thing.
Do you not see his therapist chairs? Pero también, if you're a patron on Patreon, don't buy them yet, because I'm going to put a little thing on there for your shit, way. So, también, para que no... I mean, if you just want to fucking still help out even more, well, then that's your pedo. Pero,
What's up with Istaza, güey? What are you guys working on over there?
well, we had an event this weekend, I guess. Pero we'll see what else is lined up. Pero
Tomorrow, no? I mean...
you can still go online. We had a little issue with like a lot of
comes out
companies
on
are having with supplies, our labels. We had a little pedo, pero you can go online and order some coffee. Tuviera chingón.
Fuck yeah. Noelia, any
answer that shit to
last words for all your fucking fans out there
My nomás el one fan que tengo.
that are gonna want you back next week, not the other Ballestero?
Thank you. No, Ramon's cool.
He's got his moments.
Tiene sus momentos, mi hermanito.
Yes,
In little spurts.
Tiene sus momentos ese corajudo and shit. No, just cool, just check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I always like coming here and talking to you guys.
Yeah, it's fun. I like the...
Y
You'll get an invoice in the mail.
Cabrón. No, just, take care of each other, check in on each other, I mean, I think more than anything, some of us just don't like to reach out.
Yeah.
Because it's still like, I don't want to seem a certain way, but just check in with each other. Times are crazy. Look out for each other. Don't, I don't know. Nomás cuídense.
Cuídense.
Cuídense y
Persínense.
persínense y lávense el terreno.
El terreno.
Yeah,
That's really important.
Terreno clean, bro.
Yes, it's too fucking hot for people not to wash their ass.
I know, está cabrón.
Even if you have to make it look like fucking a Coke party down there.
Yeah.
Put a bunch of talco.
Get some soapy soap, let it, y ahí
I hear Noelia sounds a nice powder that you can put on.
From the feet.
It comes from. It's all natural.
It's all natural, organic.
I'll pay you $100 to stiff a line.
Oh, shit. You heard it first.
Yeah, no.
Make sure you guys follow us on YouTube. We're starting to be more consistent. This is being recorded right now. And that's also a good way to help the podcast. You know, there's certain metrics that we want to reach, and we're not going to get there without you guys. So hopefully you guys, give us a little subscribe. And
there's so many burner accounts we can create.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're going to request me on Instagram, I'm all open to it. Just send me a message. Like, hey, I heard you here, and that's it. Porque, como dije, el otro día un pinche sugar daddy me mandó un request. I'm like, I don't know if it's real or not, so I'm not even going to risk it.
Yeah.
Pero,
how do you know it's a sugar daddy?
Porque ahí decía, if you take care of me, I take care of you. Tenía dinerito sign, a credit card
He's
sign,
baller.
a diamond sign, and all that shit. Oh, a little tempting,
Oh, it was tempting?
Nah, te creas.
Tell him, no.
No, wait, no.
We'll talk about this offline.
His Instagram fucking account was Tengo Terrenos.
Te voy a dar una pinche regañada ahorita when we finish.
No. Regaña.
This is becoming a Ramon wrap-up.
All right, you guys. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Peace.
Chicano chafón, tomando chelas, chingando tacos, having some fun. Chicano chafón, all kinds of masa. Bernie's all nervous, give him a beer
Or two.
Chicano chafón, Esteve's an asshole, just lost some fans. Oh well, tough shit.
Tough shit.
Chicano chafón, Ramon's el guapo. He tells good stories. Let's interrupt.
We will.
Chicano chafón.